Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of Drekis, Chapter 3, Echoes of the Ancients. How are we doing today, my favorite players in the whole wide world?
Cool.
Uh-oh. There's a small probability that the VODs up until this point will be muted and all of our character introductions are lost to the sands of time, and it's only the people who showed up live who got them, and there's nothing we can do about that now. So.
Well, sucks to suck, I guess.
Just be here live, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Just be better.
It's
fine. I'm sure someone in the chat is taking studious records and can instead put it on the wiki.
Absolutely.
Genius.
If the players were muted for you this whole time, you can just go to arcadiawiki.com and it'll take you the rest of the way. Right? That's the address? That's one of the
If we want to
addresses.
fix the VOD after the campaign, we can probably redo the starting area. We'll just do it later.
It's fine.
Easy.
All right.
Never been done before.
Yeah, but just remember the main point, right?
Yes. Completely innocent.
Completely innocent.
Completely.
Excellent. So our party's here to take a look at this ancient, long-lost land known as Bravo. And, where's the... Here. Right, you've got 3 major objectives as these sorts of scouts. The first major objective is to learn information about Bravo, like learn about the local alliances, any powerful individuals that the kingdom should be aware of, the empire should be aware of, like what sort of monsters live here, what sort of environmental dangers there might be. Also, like, where are all of the major towns and cities? Like, just gather the information about the land. The second major objective is to map the island in as much detail as possible. And for that, we have brought along with us a cartographer. That is Daniel. No, yeah, that's Daniel. And to do that, you're going to have to visit as many, preferably all, of the major towns and cities in Bravo. And the last topic, last major objective, is to locate any locals, identify them who might be able to aid the invasion. Those who could join you right away. Those who might be able to supply you, because even if they're not going to fight for you, like if you find someone who's willing to supply you with things, that's super freaking useful. And also those who might be able to undermine the established order in Bravo before anyone else arrives, or while you're here, you know? Keep an eye out for those people who can help the Empire when the Empire comes to reunite Arcadia East and Arcadia West. Now, there's one more problem. They don't speak the same language. It's been 1,500 years. Languages change. And so you have a year to do this mission, but you're going to have to show up not knowing the language, which is pretty suspicious. You're going to have to learn the language and figure out the island and do all of this stuff. So we're going to actually start the campaign 6 months into that 1-year period when the party has arrived, taken the time to learn the local language, and taken the time to establish your cover. We can hand wave the language, but the cover for the party, that's an interesting, you just show up one day. You're magicked onto a beach by this, 5th level wizard guy or whatever level he is.
16th level.
Some level, he's a powerful mage. He brings you to this town, drops you off, and then teleports away right away. And the 4 of you show up, dressed like foreigners, speaking like foreigners. And there's just a bunch of halflings who are looking around being like, what the fuck is this shit? And so now we're gonna ask, how do you explain to people that you are from an island that nobody can get to? What's the story? And you got time to come up with the story. You've got time before you leave. You got time after you arrive when no one can speak with you that you can learn, that you can establish your story.
The classic, Neal.
Figure it out, yeah. What you got?
Shipwreck.
Yeah, that's where I was going 100%. There's
Every single
no other way
time,
to say
man.
it.
I mean, but a bunch of halflings just saw you arrive out of thin air with a wizard.
They saw
Yeah,
us? Actually?
Crazy
Did
shit.
they?
Crazy.
Wait, how many halflings saw us?
How many right now?
6.
Oh, dear.
All right, I cast
I
forget
think
twice. It's what I had prepped. They completely forget that they saw us come with the wizard. We were just there at one
Show
point.
us a spell.
Can you
Oh,
actually cast it on 3 people?
One
I
to
can
4
cast it on
creatures.
1 to 4 creatures.
1 2 4, not 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
In a 20-foot cube. So, assuming
They
they're
have a
all
saving
close
throw.
enough together. Yeah, they get to save. 2 of them get a -1, and the rest of them are just normal. That's why we
Do you
started
know
off
if
with
they
2
fail?
forget spells.
Oh, well, we could probably see it.
Yeah, cool. Well, there goes the cover. That was going to be a good half hour of content, maybe an hour right there. Yep, the
What are you
halflings
talking
forget
about?
how you arrived, and I suppose you can walk into the town of Bastion dry as a bone, and no one knows who you are, where you came from.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Do I know
put that
any
back up.
ancient Bravo words? None.
You probably know a few, but you will immediately find that the language has changed so much that they're, incompatible.
Not the same.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're gonna start off in the cozy little town that eventually you learn its name is Bastion. It's on the northwestern tip of Bravo, excellently named island. And what you've discovered while you're here,
Okay, Neal.
it's a great name. Okay, Connor, it's a great name.
You read Game of Thrones one time.
That's Bravos. Thank you very much. There's an end on
fuck.
S on the end of that. But I bet that's how he came up with that name too. Like Bravo, fine. Put an S. Let's mask it a smidge.
Easy.
This is a mountainous island, and it's filled with jungle. 2 types of jungle. You've got like regular, everyday rainforest style hardwood jungle, and you've got bamboo
Already just kind
jungle.
of sucks to be in.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're both pretty nasty. You've been living in Bastion, learning the language, getting established, kind of feeling into the roots, not venturing out yet while you learn to speak and kind of ask the locals about what's going on. And it's rainy. It's often very rainy. In fact, it rains almost every day. It's sort of like perpetual monsoon season style thing going on here. So everything's wet. Everything's in a constant state of decay. And having to be rebuilt. And this little town that you find yourselves in called Bastion is a pleasant little halfling village protected by the dwarf mountains on one side, the ocean on the other, with a little narrow entrance that leads into the jungle, and which from time to time there are orcish raiders who charge into the town. And the halflings have learned to deal with this by having like layers of like farmland with like little huts, and they fill these little huts with things. So when the orcs come, they'll break into the huts and steal the things and run back out into the jungle. And so the halflings just sort of essentially pay the orcish fee.
Like a dragon tribute.
Yeah, but they act like they're having to run and hide, and that the orcs are like, chasing them and fleeing. And they might like throw some slings or some arrows, or, they put up a token resistance and then just run away. And then the orcs come and steal some stuff, and the halflings go and rebuild the buildings that they use to put in, that they put their sacrificial offerings in. And that's how
often does
they
this happen?
exist here. Once every other week or so. Maybe once a week. Maybe
much
once
are they
every
giving
2 or 3
up?
weeks. It's not insubstantial, but it costs 0 lives to do this. You're essentially just
How many orcs
feeding
come?
the local orcish population.
Yeah.
Well, the orcs will attack in bands of here. You'll usually get about like 6 orcs at the minimum. But sometimes it's also like 10 orcs, including a spellcaster and a chief.
Who in the party is like writing all of the information down? Who has like our book that we're keeping the stuff
That's
in?
Daniel.
Yep.
That's Daniel.
And
Daniel.
to protect it from the humidity, it's actually a wizard book.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Actually
look at
treated
you,
paper
fancy.
to resist.
It was
Yeah.
the one you saw when Emmerich was teleporting us, right? You just grabbed it.
No. It was from a dead wizard from a dead wizard, right? But
Oh, okay.
there's only one
But-
spell in it, and it will spark a cantrip that only does
Legitimate
1 damage.
salvage.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can write stuff down. So I'm talking about like this place is raided weekly by orcs.
Yeah,
the
orcs and
numbers
halflings
involved.
live here.
So what kind of food do the halflings make here? Do they just like normal food? Like they just throw some corn out there for them, or they like leaving them little jam things too? Or like, how well are these orcs fed?
The orcs fed pretty well. The halflings will leave this all sorts of things that they'll make. So they'll even leave like nice meats. They'll leave jams in jars. They'll leave honey because they want the orcs to like feel successful and never have a reason to actually come into the main town and kill people. And so they make a good sacrificial offering to these orcs. You know, they'll leave
Okay.
out rashers of bacon. They'll leave out cakes sometimes, sweetbreads, booze. They like to leave booze because then the orcs will definitely take that and it's heavy, and then they'll run away again. Yeah,
Right. That makes sense. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. So these halflings are food enjoyers for sure. Then.
they are.
Good
And one of
food
the things that
source.
you've learned is that Bastion is a unique town in Bravo. It's the only place that's like nice and flat with good soil that you can properly farm in. It's the only place that has like real arable, farmable tracts of land. Everywhere else is like rocky soil. It's very jungly. There's a lot of hunting and gathering going on. There's some farming, but it always has to be like, we've got this small area, and so we have a dryad or a nymph or like a cleric or a shaman or a druid who like makes the plants grow 5 times as fast, so we can actually like, you know, use this area to harvest lots of things. But this is the only relatively familiar and normal town you're gonna find in the whole continent.
Are orcs
Okay.
in your world, Koibu, like 2nd edition? They're not evil, right? These are just humanoids that you can talk to and...
Culturally,
You know, they're humanoids. You can talk to them. There are half-orcs that can enter and mingle in society. But, like, they're not de jure evil, but they're like de facto evil. Like back in Drekis, there are orcs who live in the forests of Drekis, actually just outside the capital on the other side of the river. And they're fucking assholes, and they're constantly attacking humans and killing them and trying to raid, and they're a raiding society. That's how they do things.
That's
They
good
don't,
for us.
They don't like to settle.
Mm. These orcs have been here even in ancient times in this territory.
I will look over to the party leader, which is...
Gonna be me, I guess.
Mm.
Which
What's
is
going
Hank.
on?
Hank, I think we should use the orcs. They could be a powerful ally in our, invasion in the future.
I whisper.
Well, maybe they could be, maybe they couldn't be. It just depends. It just, it depends if they want to talk. And right now they're really well fed. They got really no reason to do anything for us. We might need to upset that eventually, but we'll see how it goes. It's good to know though, if they're just upset with everybody all the time, look for where we came from. Scoria was upset with everybody all the time and she just killed everything. So, as long as you can kill the person who's upset with everyone, you're doing pretty good. But these
doesn't
halflings,
seem-
they make such good food though. And I'm a big food enjoyer. You go to the tavern, they've got good alcohol, they've got good food. Like, I don't really want to mess with these people. I don't think we should tell them about them.
Well, we're not going to have a problem with the halflings. I think that we won't even have a problem with the orcs, but it might be useful to convince the orcs that there's a better area that they could live in, and that these people, I don't know who we're going to run into, but they control that area. They need to be taken out so that they can have prosperity. Maybe we could tell them that there's a city of gold over there. Just something to think about.
She smiles
Oh, yeah.
cutely.
We'll see. We'll see what they're thinking. We'll see.
That's a good smile.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll see.
Well, let's talk about the things that you've already learned about this area since we've arrived. And I'm going to have everybody make me some check. You can tell me the sorts of things that you've been interested in learning about the local area, and then we'll make a check based off of that, and then I'll give you a relevant amount of information based on all of that information. And they're going to go in the same order. So let's start with Woodsy Bill, also known
Bill.
as William, not to be confused with Will, who is playing Hank.
My name's William too. I mean, that
Yes.
can be my name.
Yes.
It can be.
Mm.
Is it also Billiam?
Depends. Depends on the person.
Okay.
Bill is
Sounds
my
like-
father though, so it's not that one.
Fair enough.
Perfect. Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, Woodsy Bill.
First things first, gotta know about the local game. What's good to hunt? What's good hunting? What's bad hunting? What tastes good? What tastes bad? What's gonna kill you? What might kill you? What won't kill you? That sort of stuff.
Excellent.
Gonna
do
find
you-
out I'm definitely gonna find out on my own a little bit too, the hard way sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
that makes sense.
like, probably most of that to start with, and then as we learn the language more, followed up with asking questions. Especially like, oh man, shucks, it would have been nice to know that 3 months ago.
Okay. So, do you have a survivalist proficiency?
Oh yeah, I do. I've got a survival proficiency.
Excellent. Would you roll me a survival proficiency check, please?
Sure.
Oh, that's a
Huge.
perfect pass.
Look at that. Look at that. Just good enough. It's a government job. We're doing good enough for government work.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is that good enough?
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
definitely is. So,
Yes, it is.
Yep.
what you've learned about the local jungle in terms of what you can and can't eat is that there's a lot of edible things in the jungle. There's a lot of plants, there's a lot of fruits, but some of the things in the jungle eat back. There are
naturally.
carnivorous plants in this jungle like you've never seen before. You've heard of such things, but back home, it's just fucking woods, I mean, maybe in some areas there's
That's just fucking true.
something annoying. But here you've come across in your little forays outside of town, Venus flytraps that could eat a whole person. You've come across like pitcher plants that have sweet water in them that are not like human sized, but maybe like halfling sized. And if a halfling were to crawl in it to get to this like really sweet, delicious smelling fluids, they could fall in and die. Now the halflings will like poke holes in the bottom and drain the fluid and drink it, but other creatures that don't have tools, you have found in these pitcher plants, just dying in that sweet but still somewhat digestible fluid. There's hangman trees. They'll drop. They've got these like vines that sort of loop down, and if you get too close to them, sometimes the vines will just like drop over your head and then tighten and pull you up by the noose. And then when you eventually die, your corpse just rots and feeds them through the soil. So the plants bite back. Some of them.
That's always good.
Some of them look like fruits, but then when you go to touch them, something folds out from behind and then snaps around. So you just gotta be real careful about the plants here. They're, on the other hand, if
Sounds like you need a fruit pick and pull.
Yeah. But if you
Gotta get one
can
of the mango collectors.
safely avoid these things, you could easily feed yourself and a bunch of people with you on a long walk. Not a problem. Like you won't need rations if you can successfully navigate the jungle. Plenty of food.
Yeah.
Next person is Sunny. Sunny, what have you tried to
Sweet.
learn?
Someone's dogs are. Sweet Sunny will try and learn about the local, lord who runs this town. And she's gonna do that through her etiquette and acting like she's someone who you want to know. She's gonna use one of her acting non-weapon proficiencies to act of maybe nobility from somewhere else in Bravo.
Well, they know that because you've been living. You showed up on the beach by shipwreck, and you took a while to learn
Got
the
it.
language. So no one in this town is going to be fooled. And even as you travel
Acting
throughout
as
the
nobility
land,
of somewhere else.
perfect. That's fine. But I do want to say, as you travel across land, you are going to have an accent, and everyone you run into who can speak the tongue is going to recognize that you're not from here. You're from far
And
away.
that's good. Yeah.
So you're acting like you're a noble from somewhere else. Is that going to be like part of your story and your cover the whole way through? Or are you gonna like?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was shipwrecked and I'm here, lost. I'm a little lady who can barely use a sword. It was my father's who died on the shipwreck. Yeah. And I'll be from like what I would know this. What's like a place that maybe Bravo trades with, or maybe
none.
Bravo's,
Bravo's been
like,
isolated.
Nowhere.
none.
Completely.
Okay,
yeah.
so Bravo. So nobody cares if I'm from Solemn. Then, yeah.
You could say Solemn, you could say Arcadia, you could make up a place that doesn't exist and they would have no way of knowing. You can tell any lie about the outside world.
Place.
I'm from
Big
Solemn.
up.
I'm the princess of Solemn.
Oh, wow. Solemn has a princess? That's amazing.
Yes.
Fantastic. And you wanted to learn about the local town.
The local
Right.
town, and then if they can tell me anything about maybe towns nearby and who their leadership is.
Alright. So give me an etiquette check. Ah. Well,
Close.
it's close. You're going to get information, but it's going to be less information. You could definitely learn about how Bastion is run. It is a strange form of leadership where each family sends one person into the local council, and they exchange ideas, and then from like each block, a person gets sent up to the next highest council. And so you have like multiple small councils that just have their own people who show up, and they send people up, and it's sort of a self-governed little town that doesn't have an explicit lord or leader. Like they did once upon a time. There's been some recent developments in their past that they don't really want to talk about. Something about like other people coming in and taking over, and like leadership had to change, and some heads rolled. They're kind of like, the halflings are pleasant people. They don't want to talk about nasty things, but they're happy
The
to tell
sad,
you.
nasty stuff.
Yeah, but they're happy to tell you that like we run things by group consensus wherever possible, and you know, life is pretty good. As long as we keep the orcs at bay and all the other monsters of the jungle at bay, we don't really need too much government.
Can I give them a storytelling check of my story of where I'm from and how I'm the princess of Solemn, and I'm a very powerful woman and people are looking for me?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
You know, that's a
It's
great
not
story,
rolling well.
but they don't really understand the concept of princess.
Got it.
This notion of
It's hard to
nobility doesn't make sense to them. Like, what do you mean some people are just
I'm more
superior to
important
others?
than others. What do you mean? You don't understand that?
Well, like they did something important?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
like
just-
I am more important. Yeah.
yeah,
I try to
it-
explain, it falls flat.
It just like goes right over their head. Sure, princess, that's a thing. Cool, moving on with their life.
So your name's Princess?
Hank, what are you trying to learn about Bastion while you're here?
Well, you know, what we're gonna try to learn about is I want to know who their heroes of the halflings are. Like, who are the people that they like look up to and like talk about? You know, like who is the people like when you're telling them the bedtime stories? Who are the bedtime stories about? You know, the good and the bad and all the good stuff. You know, what's their kind of like history there, and like who do they look up to and look down upon, and you know, some good ideals. I kind of look into their food production. I mean, obviously, if they're making enough food to feed the orcs and themselves, there's some good farmers here. Some real good farmers here. How much food can these little halflings actually put out? 'Cause that's, you know, some good information right there.
Yeah.
Do they actually trade with anybody at all? Does anyone ever come through? Or are they just like totally on their own forever? Does every once in a while like a dwarf wander through, or do some elves like sail around close to the coast because they don't want to get killed by the giant sea monster that wrecked our ship? You know, I just want to know how that's working out.
Well, what's your
if they
relevant
ever go in the
check?
jungle?
Yeah.
Let's
What
see.
check are you gonna make for this?
For the first part, I was thinking storytelling, you know, for at least for the folk heroes part. And then for the food production, I had a cooking one. And then we also have appraising. I don't know how that would work in there, but
Well, let's start with
Shake out
the storytelling one. Make me a storytelling check as you try and learn their stories. They only have one.
it's real bad.
They only have one hero that they tell you about. His name is Taro the Terrific. And Taro the Terrific is the halfling who learned how to take taro roots, a harvestable root vegetable, and turn it into booze. And they love Taro the Terrific. They think he's great. That's their local hero. Yeah. You also wanted to learn about
That's
their
it?
agricultural production. So give me another check.
Cooking?
Cooking, sure. Right. So you make friends with a halfling. You cook well. They want to learn about your foreign dishes. You learn about their foreign dishes. And in the process, you get to talking about what they make and who they sell these things to, because they do trade here. And it turns out that there are some people who will travel here to Bastion from far away to pick up goods, but you can't. There's no wagons. You know, the jungle's hard to travel through. So if you're going to pick up things, you can only carry what you can carry on your back. And so the goods that are really taken from Bastion are highly distilled liquors. Because they don't make those elsewhere. They make jungle juice elsewhere, like literal jungle juice, just like some fermented fruit and shit. But here, Taro the Terrific has this recipe to distill down these taro roots into like really potent booze. And that's one of their most traded commodities. No, they'll mention that there's a nearby town called Ayu. It's like this town built on an island. Kind of a rocky island, and they've got some small canoes, and they'll use these canoes to come to Bastion sometimes, but it's an arduous journey, and they might fill up with some more standard, like root vegetables, some corn, winter, and not winter, they don't have winter here, just summer squashes and that sort of stuff. You'll also learn that seasons aren't really a thing here, you know? It's just kind of warm and rainy all the time. It's one of these weird... Like, at your latitude, you should have experienced some level of seasoning, but it's forever monsoon season.
So they make good amounts of... Hold on, let me recap here. We got liquor that they can make.
Yep.
From taro root.
Yep.
Which I'm sure is not on your desk. We've got summer squash.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How much
Corn.
would you say, like... Corn. Okay. How much would you say, like, percentage-wise that they consume versus how much they give to the orcs versus how much do you think they could actually make? Is that can we gauge that out? Like, as we're walking through the fields, like, I'll go out there and, like, sing some songs with them during the day and just, like, shoot the shit with the halflings, cook them lunch, you know, as they're working out there and just try to, like, meander my way through to learn the language and, like, what they call things. Can we, like, kind of gauge their farmable area?
Yeah, they definitely produce more than they consume and more than the orcs consume. Like, food is often going bad here, and they just use it as fertilizer for new food or as fishing bait. They're terrible fishermen, but they enjoy the process. And so they'll put, like, a bit of uncooked taro root on a line and throw it in the water, and, like, no one ever bites for it. But the halflings love taro, so surely the fish must love it too, and we're just bad at fishing, you know?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So they actually produce an overabundance of food. The little halflings can work the ground surprisingly well. They've got extra big hands, extra big feet. They've got pretty good endurance. And then on top of that, like, they're
close to the
small.
ground?
No, I was going to say they don't weigh very much. And so they don't eat very much. They, like, eat half as much or a quarter as much as a human might. Probably half as much. They actually overeat for their size. So if they produce the same amount of food as a human, but they only eat half as much, then they're like producing twice as much food at the end of the day as a normal human would per person. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're almost
That
entirely
makes
farmers,
sense.
so yeah. That's that.
Sorry.
We're gonna
And then who did they trade with, did you say? Sorry.
The town of Ayu. Ayu. Ayu.
Okay.
And next up is Daniel. What
Yeah.
are you trying to learn about?
I feel like from the people directly, I tried recreating my old board game, the way the world was before the storms came and the mountains rose. Like,
Mm.
mind you, my board game isn't like a perfect historical map. It's like hex map
Mhm.
where you of the continent, right?
Mhm.
So like, and I try to use my gaming proficiency to make the game enjoyable, not like trying to win or lose, but make the game seem more fun than it actually is.
Excellent.
It's a 2-player game. Well, 3 players if you have the Arcadia expansion, but
Okay. The expansion that didn't sell very well?
no. Yeah, the core game of the 2 empires fighting with one another for the territory worked better than some foreigners coming in trying to take it for themselves.
Got it. Was it that the third player made the game not fun, or was it like a great game but it didn't sell well for, other reasons? Like it wasn't marketed, there was a war going on, like what's the
It's nobility
reason?
who are playing the game, so I mean, they don't care about that stuff. But no, it was mainly wasn't fun, and you needed 3 people to use it. Instead of being a 2-player game.
Yeah. Adding a third person to a chess game just kind of ruins it. Like that.
Yeah.
So give me a gaming check. Oh. Well, they will piece together a rough map. So we're going to talk about this for a moment because you can't really play Dungeons and Dragons without a map. And part of our story here is making a map. But in order to actually make the map and travel around, we're going to need a map to travel around. So this is the ultra rough map that you have. It's not to scale. And you will be making a better version of this map as you go around. And you can find that your party is currently over here in Bastion. And they've mentioned some cities. There's these people, this town called Yaka, sort of in the middle of everything. And Yaka's been on the rise. It's a growing empire that has sort of loosely affiliated these independent towns together under the rule of this group of people. Halflings don't know much about them and don't really care about them, but they come through every now and then, parade around like they're in charge of everything. Halflings give them food and say, yes, sir, of course, sir, whatever you want, sir, and then they just go about their business, paying nothing but lip service to the people there. And these people here have spoken enough that the halflings can kind of get a, well, there's Ayu. We know about Ayu. Oh, there's this town built on the cliffs over here called Riki, somewhere on the western coast. Sure, whatever. Oh, the southern coast near a river has a town of Yuma. La la la. Oh yeah, Solving. That's that elven place. Occasionally elves will come on by with boats, and they've heard of Solving before. It's where the elves trade with other people on the edge of their territory. And then there's another town way over here in the swamp. And so you've got a rough idea of the shape of everything.
Yeah, so I'll get my board table, not board game table. This is just because I walk around with this table on my back, surveying purposes, with a plumb bob to level it. Then using the plane in sight, I triangulate using the mountains, because there's some visible mountains I can always shoot to. And I just get to work doing a more detailed map.
That's great. That's great. So you've been making your map, then you've got the local area pretty well done, but you're gonna definitely have to travel to sort out everything else. Okay. Well, this has been a nice little introduction. We're gonna take our break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the amount of wealth you have, how you have wealth, and any other questions we might have before we start off on our lovely, peaceful, gentle adventure through the jungle. Catch you on the other side. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, money. Money's a thing.
I
I've
love
got
money.
coins here. They
love
don't do any
money.
mining. There's no real blacksmithing here either in Bastion. In fact, they don't do. There's no tool making. All their stuff is all their tool making is using wood and bone and stone. It's almost entirely a Neolithic society. They do have metal coinage, but they all have dwarven faces on them, and they do have some metal tools, but they're all like extremely well-made dwarven tools. I'll mention that there's nearby dwarves. occasionally
well,
there's some trading done with them. It's very rare.
All right, where's the nearest dwarven trading post?
Well, this is
on the
called
map?
Dwarf Mountain right here, but there's no dwarves in Dwarf Mountain.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, the dwarves, they just come out of the jungle sometimes, and they say they live in a nearby mountain. La la la.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why are there no dwarves inside the mountain?
I don't know. we called it Dwarf Mountain because it's short. Shorter than all the other mountains.
Makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Short mountain. Coinage, though. Y'all didn't show up with
So is
money.
it a hill?
The Empire didn't know what your deal was going to be, how you're going to do this, so they just gave you a bunch of gems and said, these are light, trade them as you need, and good luck, kids, and sent you off. So we're going to, little roly.
Imric just reached into his pocket and was like, "Oh, I have these things lying around. Here you go."
Mhm.
Yeah, have my pocket
So
change.
cool.
Yeah, those 8-level wizards have all those gems.
Mhm.
What a baller, man.
The pocket change that you got, Connor, will you roll me a D100?
Yeah.
What does he want to roll?
He wants
High.
high, baby. He wants
Oh,
as
you
high
want
as you
high,
can
okay.
get.
What did Imric have in his pocket?
2 incoming.
Oh,
57.
57.
All right,
Some
normal day.
fancy gems. Ooh. And Mr. Moon, would you roll me a D? Oh wait, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a D14.
What do I want?
Oh.
A whole bunch of different things. They're not in order.
Oh.
All right, I got the 14.
You got some.
Obviously the best.
Mm.
Some tourmaline? Tourmaline? Tourmaline?
Tourmaline?
Yeah.
Terminal.
Is it a good gem? How much is it worth?
It's a
It's an
pale
even better
green,
grease.
blue, brown, or red gem worth 100 GP. And Hank, would you roll me 3d6?
We want 18.
You want high?
Oof.
Oh,
High.
Christ. You have
Rich.
16. Tourmaline. Tourmaline? Oh, what?
Tourmaline?
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline?
Pernaline.
Oh, no, dude.
And that's how we had greases called tourmaline, so I say call it tourmaline. Same color. Minty
Mm.
flavor. Not supposed to eat it.
Submarines
I'm
must
worried
get
about you
boring.
sometimes, Connor.
Yeah.
You fucking think I ate that? No, of course not.
Okay. Okay, woo.
I just drank the oil.
What about the money, Lord Imric?
Oh, here you go,
Tourmaline.
kids.
You don't want Arcadian money. Here's some gems. Hands it in your butt. Disappears.
Huge.
Perfect.
What a badass.
Great.
Literally pocket change.
Okay.
Literally.
Yeah, we have those gems. Now what?
Yeah, you got
We've
16
got
of them.
16 of them.
You can
Nice.
trade them. Back in Arcadia, they're worth 100 GP each. Who knows what they're going to be worth here? You've had to survive.
When I went to
for
the
some
talk to the
amount of
local leaders,
Yeah.
I would have showed them and asked.
Do you know how much like one of these is worth?
time. Well, the halflings look at it and they go, I don't know, it's a rock. And they don't give a shit. But an enterprising young halfling, one of the few with some sense of wonder about the world. You know, most halflings
An
are like,
entrepreneur.
yeah, most halflings are pretty content creatures. They got some dirt, and they got some seeds. They're pretty set, you know? But like 10% of the halfling population has greater ambitions. And has like a little bit of greed and a little bit of like interest and like wants to do bigger things. See, halflings are derived from dwarves. They're the lazy dwarves that weren't helping Sayor and the crafting of the world, and they're like swatted them to the
Nice.
side with this hammer and they became halflings. But like some of them, like 10% of them still have that dwarven instinct in them. And one of the enterprising young halflings here will tell you he will give you as much food as you want if you will give him, 3 of these, and he will feed the whole party for as long as you're in Bastion. 3 of these gems.
Back home, these are worth a lot of money. How about I give you 1, because we're not going to be here too long.
Whoa. Calm down there, Sonny. It's quite all right. I don't think we need to do that. I think we've got some other things to trade with these people. I think we should hold on to these for a little bit longer.
Well, then how did you
I
end
know.
up feeding yourselves
Right off
for
the bat.
6 months?
How do that's a good question there, Neal. And we trade recipes with the halflings. That's how we do it. I make them delicious food.
I mean,
they
how
make
do-
me delicious food. We
How
trade
do you think I'm
recipes.
figuring out what
months?
is and isn't edible?
6
Yeah.
months of recipes, yes. Every night, and I perform for them as well. We
You can feed a
perform,
family of
we do good
4 just by trading recipes for 6 months.
With halflings, yeah.
There's-
Not with
you're gonna
people,
trade them
but
all
with
out within
halflings,
like a few
They
weeks.
love food.
Yeah, but the food, the staple crops from your homeland aren't here. There's no wheat. There's no flour.
Yeah.
How do you
But there's
make
corn.
Yeah, there's corn.
There is corn.
Well, there's
Corn
corn.
is
Corn tortillas.
very
You can
versatile.
almost sub corn for flour almost across the board.
Sure, you can
I've done
get
it for
cornbread.
6 years now. It can be done.
Really?
Yeah, I got that celiac. 6 years ago? It's a struggle, but you can do it. It can be done. It's a struggle,
I hate
but
to
you
see
can
it.
do it.
But could you make a cake with corn?
Corn cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, corn cake.
Cornbread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
It's not,
You're all-
a corn cake? Yeah. I mean, it's not quite the same thing as you're looking for there, but no, you can do it. It can be done.
I mean,
If you have taro, you have those other things. Taro flour. Yeah, that's a thing.
There's like a Brazilian sweet
but
corn cake.
why have
yeah.
a cake when you can have a pie?
Do they have sugar here?
Oh yeah,
What-
they got
what
lots
other-
of sugar.
Oh yeah, we can
Oh,
do it
yeah.
then for sure.
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Teach-
The
teach them
hero
the
of this
wonders
place invented a new
cornbread.
recipe for beer. He could be their hero.
They have a lot of
Yeah, what I
liquor,
want to
too.
know is
Oh yeah.
how haven't these people taken corn and made moonshine?
Because Taro the Terrific made it out of taro root, and it's better than what you can make out of corn. It's got a sweeter flavor, and the halflings love the sweetness. I know
Oh, they're
corn
drinking
syrup
like
is a
the
thing.
suju.
Yeah,
Corn
they
syrup is a
definitely have
thing,
not
but-
had apple pie moonshine.
Yeah, they don't have apples. The poor bastards.
Poor bastards.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
But they have fruits, right? They should have some version of a
they
peach
can
or
make
some other
jungle
thing.
juice,
Oh.
right? They can make wine out of like rotting fermented fruit. But the taro makes this delicious and highly potent and like still very flavorful booze when you distill it properly. That's why he's.
But they don't have
terrific.
wheat here.
No wheat.
You can probably trade recipes, and then if the worst
Yeah.
case happens, Sunny will bring up,
Worst case, we can go to those.
and she'll point
Yeah.
to like the steeples of food.
We could just take it from there. And if the orcs do invade, we could kill them and become the heroes of the town. A win-win.
No,
That
whatever
was
you
a
do,
hidden
don't mess with
Sonny,
the orcs,
whoa.
please.
That wasn't in front. That was not in front of a halfling.
Okay.
Well,
Thank
I'm
I
gonna-
hear what
well,
you're saying, Sonny, but let's just see what we can do here. You know, sometimes you do a little,
I've-
little give, little take, little give, little take, and then you know, we
I-
work
bring
through
down
the
the horde.
problem.
You bring
If
down the
I
whole
run out of
horde.
recipes, or run out of trading thing, we'll get to there. But I
Yeah,
promise,
this would
we
just be
do
a
a little
last case.
singing. Yeah, I mean, we work through that problem if we have it. He obviously know how to get into place over there. You know, he's been in the place before. He's not supposed to be. He just kind of
No, I'm
siphoned a
innocent.
little
I'm
bit.
innocent.
It'll
I'm
be
innocent.
okay. Yeah, he's innocent. He never do that. That's right. Just like me. No trouble in the past. Just like him.
Have you guys
no
gone
trouble.
out into the jungle at
He'll
all?
be okay.
You know how many things are out there? You know how easy it is to find something you can eat?
Yeah.
Like,
well, it
my family
kind
was
of bothers
meat-fed.
Hank.
family was meat fed. Like, this is my area. This is
Yeah.
my calling.
I understand.
Just-
I understand.
I'm gonna be
Go
right
out
back.
and go hunt something and eat it. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
heck, I could probably get extra for us.
Well, yeah, that's true too. We could do a little hunting, bring back food. At home, I was grilled cheese specialist, so no flour here gonna be a big problem for me. But I learned of this thing called quesadilla. Maybe we make some good quesadilla for them, and we work from there. Have to do a little cooking work, but the halfling, they have good food, they have good jam. Maybe we find some spicy fruit out there, and we make a salsa and good food. Good food
Salsa.
for halfling. Yeah.
What's salsa?
Salsa. Oh, you get some tomato, you get some onion, you chop it up.
Do they have
You know,
onion
it's
in
good, and then you
Japan?
get a little bit of spice inside of it. You know, and it's wonderful. Go great with
Wait,
food.
spice? You mean like salt?
Oh no, not like salt. Like little heat, little pop in your mouth. It feels so good. You never have. I make tonight. Okay, it's all good. I make tonight. Don't worry.
Spice.
We figured this out. Yeah, pepper. You know, the birds. You know, they try to
Oh,
make
you
birds
mean
not
like
eat them.
I think the local lord had some
Jalapenos.
pepper once.
Oh yeah.
Never.
Oh,
heard.
pepper. Oh yeah.
I think
Never
you're
a
making that
jalapeno.
up. What?
They're.
What's a
Cool.
jalapeno? You're making that up.
Oh no, don't you worry. We find some out there. We find some peppers out there. Maybe not the same. Maybe a little different. Have to adjust
okay, okay,
dosage because
okay,
you know
so
you
you're
go
gonna-
too much, bad time. Not enough,
put a little
not as
pepper
good.
on it.
But
Put a little.
yeah, a little pepper, little spice,
Okay.
little spicy. You know, it's kind of like fire, but
Sure.
not fire, but tastes good, all same time.
Well, 6 months
All you
in,
need is salt.
6 months into our adventure, let's do a report on what you've gathered about Bastion. How does that fit into your, what is it, 3 objectives? Got,
Okay.
Well,
Three
they don't seem to
missions.
care about a
Yeah, we have
centralized
three
power.
main objectives.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they don't seem to care about the centralized powers. They don't really care who's in charge of the island. So either way, they'll swing. I
Mhm.
feel.
What I want to know is why isn't there a bigger fight over the largest plot of arable land on the whole island?
Exactly. Why don't
What's
Great
going on?
question.
Like, why is this place not the center of the largest civilization?
That's a great question.
Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? There's just a rock on an island. They should be like sending a fleet here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are great questions. They're gonna have to get answered eventually. You don't have the answers
Yeah.
yet.
No.
I mean, I think the halflings are perfect. You know, like when it comes to identifying locals who could aid in the invasion, these dudes are perfect. You're not gonna fight. They literally
Yeah.
are like actively doing everything in their power to do no fighting with a ton of food. So if you're gonna
Mhm.
come in
This is a
anywhere,
great-
it's less food you have to teleport over. This is less stuff you have to find into the island. These people are already doing a lot of the work.
An
And I mean,
absolute
if you-
great invasion point.
And
Mm.
it seems like if you can stop the orcs from doing their thing afterwards, that's even more food that's already in your pocket. That you're just already taking
Also,
from them. And they've already
how
discounted
much-
it.
How much of the arable land are they not using?
Well, the land that they're not using is overgrown with bamboo, and so that if that was trimmed back and cut down and removed, it would take some time to like turn the bamboo forest into proper arable land, and it could get expanded. You got to take out the roots. The bamboo roots run deep, and they fuck up the ability to plant things.
Mm.
But I mean, these
Yeah,
the halflings are already doing this with trash tools. If we brought over some real tools and got them to work, they could be much
you
more
got some real
efficient with their
bronze in
time.
here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Drekis bronze.
Mm-hmm. Would be good.
We should get in good with the halflings. I don't know how yet, but get them to start storing like grain for when we do invade, so we have like a ton of like food there for logistical reasons.
Mm.
Well, we're coming back through here to get picked up by Emmerich, so maybe that's or by Magical Wizard Man, who's said, "Boom, you're here," and then left. That guy. We'll have to go back and talk to him again. So I don't know. To me, the halflings are fantastic. They should be left alone until like the last possible minute.
Mm.
They're doing nothing wrong. All you can do is screw up what they've got going right now.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was saying a lot of their food is going to waste. I wonder if they could have our granary technology that we have back at home.
Mm.
I think that's a future problem for somebody.
Yeah.
Not my circus, not my monkeys, and that is somebody else's monkeys to deal with.
Mm.
But that's for them to
They
know
call it my
about.
farm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a clown in the rodeo. I'm not the ringleader. That's somebody else's deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of, you are supposed to return to Bravo because Emmerich he's just going to show up by teleport, grab you guys, and then bounce right away. So you need to return by the 15th of May. That's the day he's going to show up. That's when Malchus's constellation is at the peak in the sky. It's a Malchus apogee is the day that you're supposed to be back. And so we're starting the campaign today on November 15th, which is Aster apogee, actually, exactly 6 months apart, when Aster's constellation highest in the sky. So you got 6 months, get back here. You can tell by the positions of the stars when the clouds break. And there's often clouds, but every now and then you can see the stars well enough to kind of get an idea of how much time you have left.
Before Emmerich bounced out again, how much stuff can you take back with him? Like pounds, people, all that stuff.
He's
Can he
just
only take us
teleporting.
4?
He's just taking you 4, yeah. That's
So
the
he
point.
can't take anybody else. Like if we brought over like an emissary of somewhere else to talk back, like he's got no extra space. He's just like us 4, and that's it.
Yeah, the plan is just you 4. They don't want to
Okay.
risk any sort of like contamination. Disease is a thing. It usually doesn't show up in D&D campaigns, but there's very much like we're giving you 4 and we're taking you 4 and we're not touching anything else, and then we see what you have to say. Maybe if one of you is dead, you could, I don't know. The plan is just you 4. If you want to try and bring back a prisoner, you could wing it.
Well, I'd say not necessarily a prisoner, but if we make good friends with somebody who's like, hey, I'm gonna send this guy with you to kind of work out some last details before I come back, like a trusted person, like we've got no extra room inside of the teleport out of here kind of thing. Like we'd pick him up like at the end of the day, on the way out kind of thing. Like, hey, meet us over here at this date. You missed the window. You missed your window.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
We'll solve that when that
double-checking
happens.
The
Yeah, that sounds like a problem for
Sounds like a
4
future
months
problem.
from now. Yeah.
As long as we're not on the far side of the island when it
Well, I just, I want
be
to tell them to meet me over there. I don't want to really drag them around with us the whole time. So it's like, be there at this date, on the boat, not on the boat, not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone has experience being a pirate, but who falls behind is left behind. So just,
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
The halflings. They sound like great places to start the invasion. They sound like they've got good supplies. They don't really give a shit who's in charge. They sort of just pay lip service and let people do whatever they want as long as they're left alone. We can mark off one of the major cities off the map right away. Out of, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major cities that you're aware of, and you've been to one of them. 1/7 of the way through the campaign. It'd be no problem from here on out.
We had to learn the language for 6 months. Probably what took
Right.
so long.
That's what took so long.
Yeah.
But today's the day that you've all decided to set out. And with the map before you, where would you like to go? You know that Ayu's pretty close, but it's on an island. Yaka is sort of like that's where the current empire is emanating from. I don't know if that makes it the place that you want to go to first, or if that makes it the place you want to go to last. Because if you show up first, then you don't have much information about it. If you show up last, but if you show up first, you also might be able to get a lot of information about other places. So it's kind of a bit of a gamble. It's also centrally located.
Go to Yaka, we'll be going through the Orc Valley. The issue there.
What about if we just
Well,
went to
fine.
Ayu?
Ayu?
I'm thinking,
Ayu, Sylvania.
as a
Yeah.
group,
Yeah. That way.
I think we go past the north, then go a little bit south, and then
Where's Emmerich? Sorry.
I
gonna
think
say-
he picking us back up at Bastion is where he
Mhm.
pick us up, is where he drop us off.
Mhm.
So where all those halfling forget everything. Very weird that happened to them, but happened time to time. We go back right there, and I think we bring him some food. It's very taxing to get over here. We give him some thankful food, and he go back. So
Mm.
I'm
I think
thinking.
this is about the best route, yeah.
That's a pretty good
Mhm.
route.
Yeah, I don't know if we go all the way south there. The dwarves are in the mountain somewhere. We need to find them too, I think. Because, of all people over here, they have access to the metals and maybe the most amenable to trade, They can make some stuff over here and we can take some stuff back. And, it seemed like halflings don't have good trade with the metals, Most places, you would think would have some bronze at least, or some, copper, because most important metal, copper, always. So go from there.
Tin's pretty important.
Tin important. But maybe they have more iron in the mountains. I mean, I know we just got a bunch of metal from recent expansion, and by we, I mean Drekis, and that's definitely me, definitely Drekis. No problems, all good. But go from there. Anyone have problem with that? We go a little north, go around to Ayu. I don't know how we get across the water, really. If we need to sail over there, or by sail, I mean like
rowboat,
real close to shore, and take canoe, or
Real close to shore. You might want to keep it shallow there too.
yeah, real shallow, not very far, and not everyone good swimmer. It happens.
Maybe we can ask the enterprising halfling how he would get to Ayu. He's probably been there to trade.
Yeah, but he seems so greedy. All the rest of them so eager to trade. They make good food, and he always want all my stuff. So maybe we see what he want, but we'll see what happens with him.
Alright. So to Ayu we go.
Wait.
Yeah?
So what do I know is in the jungle? Big monsters.
That's what I have been trying to figure out. And what I got was plants are pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
Well,
the plants
I'll hear
are pretty...
the folklore though.
Yeah, well, we also know that there's definitely creatures out there, including monsters. When you've talked to the halflings, they don't go in the jungle. Like, they are super content just to stay in the town. And when you ask about the jungle, they're pretty vague. Like, well, we don't go out there, so we don't need to know what's out there. But, like, don't go out there, you're gonna die. Is kind of how that's their vibe.
Well, Mr. Ranger, this is your cup of tea. You tell me how to get from here to there, and we all go.
Well, all right, pretty easy since we don't know the lay of the land. We're gonna be sticking pretty close to the coast. Follow the waterway along there, and the only problem will be how far out is the island from the mainland? Because if it's close enough that we can see it, no problem. I got you. But if we can't see it, we're gonna be in deep trouble. Cause do you swim? Do you swim?
Yeah.
Do you swim?
Yeah.
I
We
go
all
swimming.
swim, actually. Oh my goodness.
Oh well, look at that. Then you know what? Everything will be fine. We can all
Did you
swim.
all take swimming?
Yes.
You're gonna be in a
Oops.
jungle. Why would anyone need to swim in a jungle? Jungles are famously on land.
Yeah, until
Swamp?
you walk into the swamp area
And the
you
big
go,
rivers with
does anyone
rapids?"
have swimming? No? Go ahead and drown
And then there's
now.
fucking Dick Lake out there. Like we're gonna have to go into the middle of that.
Excuse me.
My husband Lance was the greatest swimmer. He was so fast.
Oh shit, really?
Well,
All right.
hopefully the IU people, they take boat out, they have to leave, so maybe we can flag them down and no swimming, stay dry,
Well,
be okay.
So we'll have to stick pretty close to the coast. Which, how will that help you out there, Dan? Old
Well-
Danny boy?
Well, like, actually, being in the foliage makes my work harder. So being on the coast actually does help because I get better sight lines to the mountain. Like,
Sure.
I won't get the details between the coast and the mountain, but it's just going to be forest.
All right. That
Uh,
sounds great.
All right, down the coast it is.
Well, we're gonna head off. We're gonna go across the. First, we're gonna go out by the mountains. In here. So to get where you want to go, you're gonna have to exit like this way, and then come here, and then cut like this, right? So we're gonna
Sure.
be walking through a little bit of jungle, then a little bit of bamboo, then a bunch of jungle on the way to Ayu, crossing one river along the way. And let's see, we can do. It's gonna take us a little while. Let's start with Bill. Bill, would you roll me a D100 to see if you have an encounter? Low is encounter, high is no encounter.
Oh, well, like I said last time, 2 incoming.
89.
Ah.
Fantastic.
Look
You
at
make
that,
your
Ethan.
way through the normal jungle without any problem, making your way around this mountain. It's your first time out in the woods, on the jungles here, and it's wet. It's often very, very wet. We mentioned that it's sort of monsoony all the time, and that's a real thing out here. There's all sorts of bright and colorful plants. You do see these large Venus flytraps. You're a survivalist expert. That's why you've been brought on this mission. That's why you were handpicked for this mission, is because you're one of the best woodsmen out here.
But here's the good thing. You have given me the most versatile tool to use. Bamboo.
Long stick. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do with it? Anything in particular at this moment?
Oh, I mean, there's lots of things you can do with it. I mean, you can pack it full of rocks and dirt, make yourself a water filter. You can turn it into a quick lean-to by just cutting down a whole bunch of them, cutting them in half, and just like interlocking them like that. Boom, waterproof. Like, then you can use that to collect rainwater in, which, since you said it's monsooning, there's a lot. Boom, clean water. You can like cut it real thin and almost make like little twine. Bamboo is very versatile.
That's a great tool. Yeah. Well, second day of the journey, Sunny, you roll me a D100.
Give it to me.
Nice.
Here we go.
As long as it wasn't me, someone was getting it.
And Hank, would you roll me a D100?
Don't worry, we only got 2/3 of the monsters.
Mm.
It's fine.
2/3.
Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel. Could you roll me a D10 for the surprise of the party?
7.
Party is not surprised, thank you enough.
Do we know in advance?
Well, I've got to roll their surprise. If they fail their surprise check, then you come across them first. If they are not surprised, then it's a equal spotting opportunity. Natural one. They are surprised. So what you're doing, this music is way too lush world. Way too lush. Here, it's right. This is the one we're looking for. But forget this salt marsh sound.
You horror.
Here we go. So you're walking through the jungle here. Just before it transitions to bamboo, where it's still just like regular old jungle. And Woodsy Bill, you pick up these tracks. These strange, they're humanoid looking tracks, but they're really wide. Like the foot just goes out super far near the front, and it's got like 3 toes with claw marks in it. It looks like some sort of, weird animal track, but it's human sized, and it's definitely a bipedal creature based on your, tracking and rangering abilities. Not a track you recognize. Not a track you've ever seen before.
Does he share this with the party when he sees the first
yes,
one?
absolutely. Hold up, everyone. These look dangerous.
Well, if it's dangerous, I have song for everyone, okay? I need to inspire you for this battle. It's a good song, okay?
Oh,
If you
good.
fight something, what you want to do is you want to slashy here. You want to slashy there. You want to slashy here. Then you want to pokey poke, okay? So slashy here, slashy there,
Right.
slashy here, and you poke them everywhere, Then you do the pokey and you put them in the ground. That's what it's all about, okay?
That's what
So
it's
remember
all
song.
about.
Remember that song, okay?
Right.
Slashy
I
here,
feel inspired,
slashy there,
Not only the
slashy
blast,
here, and you
read
slash
from-
them everywhere.
players
do the pokey pokey and you put them in the ground. That's what it's all
That's
about.
what it's all about. Okay.
Yeah, remember, a good song.
The music, poetry, and stories of the bard can also be inspirational, rallying friends and allies. If the exact nature of an impending threat is known, the bard can heroically inspire his companions, immortalizing them in word and song, granting them a +1 bonus to attack rolls, or a +1 bonus to saving throws, or a +2 bonus for morale, which is useful in large battles, for those involved in melee. The bard must spend at least 3 full rounds singing or reciting before the battle begins. Those within range, the effects last 1 round per level, and it can't be renewed if you're still in battle. So it does say the exact nature of the impending threat.
A very dangerous big thing, you know?
It's got
exact
claws.
nature, it's gonna eat us. Big thing, eat us. That exact nature, you know?
That's good
Exact
enough for
nature.
me.
Gonna eat us.
So +1, you know, to attack rolls, because you know you do the slashy, and we
Right.
have more songs.
We got songs for
That's good.
saving throws, and we got songs for morale, but this is the slashy one.
We
Yeah,
should
this is
sneak
for
up on
the-
whatever it is and see if we can get the jump on it. If it's an animal or something. If it's a human, maybe
think-
we can talk to him.
Yeah, you know,
Ah.
just like this toe, big human, just like you know, I had girl
Like a
one
like a
time,
minotaur.
but just like this.
Sonny, I don't think that's a minotaur. It's too many claws there, you see.
Hmm. Well, let's sneak up.
We will sneak, I think. Neal.
I'd
don't know,
roll
we'll
move
be-
silently, but I'm going with you guys, so this helps.
Yeah. The party goes quietly. And what is the marching order? I assume Woodsy Bill's in the front. Because you know,
Sure.
you're the
Third.
scout.
Probably Woodsy Bill and Sunny, like close to each other.
Yeah.
And then maybe
I'd say in
the-
this case
Because
I've
I'm
got
the
my
protector.
Right.
Yeah. And since we're following tracks, I've probably got my spear out.
Hmm.
Because I don't know what this could be.
Perfect. Now,
And I'm expecting an ambush. Or expecting to get ambushed.
I'm gonna have, just for a heads up, my arming sword in one hand and my dagger in the other hand.
I'm gonna have my lyre out, and I'm singing about slashy. It's important to everybody that we have this going. They know what to do. They know the plan. Had some people in the past didn't know the plan. You know, bad times. So
You hate to see it.
you hate to see it. Don't worry. We'll talk about better plans later.
the tracking character can attempt to identify the type of creatures being followed and the approximate number by rolling a proficiency check. All the normal tracking modifiers apply. So why don't you make me a tracking check with the following modifiers. +3 for thick bushes, vines, or reeds. And plus... Yeah, actually, a total of +4 on your
Total
tracking check.
+4?
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's a 32 you're rolling there, buddy.
No, I already added it in.
Oh.
Added
on
it
my
in.
own.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
Yep,
28
since I'm
's
smart
great.
enough to change them.
You notice that there are 6 bipedal creatures in this group. They weigh about as much as a regular person. 150 to 200 pounds is what you're gathering from these things. And there's 6 in this line because they kind of like weave back and forth. It's not nice and orderly. It's sort of a chaotic sprawl when one will like go off to the side and then rejoin the trail. They're probably not closely packed either. It's more of like a group that is moving together, but maybe some real distance between them.
Yeah, real quick, when you said the tracks were wide, did you mean to have a wide gate or like the actual footprint is wide?
Oh, like it's the footprint is narrow in the back and wide up front, but otherwise it's like a 5 to 6 foot tall creature.
Gotcha.
Anyway, you
Gotcha.
will spot one of these things in the trail before you as you're walking forward. I'm going to move us to a new screen. I'm going to drag us to a spot. Show us a map. This creature here is a pretty fast-moving, swift thing, and you can see it's got these these bony protrusions coming off of its arms. Essentially, it doesn't have hands, but instead it has some sort of slashing thing, or maybe it opens up and it's actually a claw thing, but it has essentially swords or blades or hacky stabby boys for hands. And it seems to be stopped looking at this bush here. It also appears to be a pretty fast-moving, highly dexterous creature.
Oh, well, do we jump it? Is this the only one? We just get this one down and we keep going? Bill?
And I ain't never seen one of those before. I
Mm,
mean, it's...
looks like a good ravage. Like,
I sheath my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 6 of them. That thing's fast. Need to escape.
You think there's 6?
6.
What are the other 5?
6. I'll cautiously look around. Don't.
Are we sure there's 6?
I think there's 6.
Probably
I'm pretty confident in that.
waiting an ambush.
Seems to be very interested in something in this bush. Got its
What's it doing? Just looking?
well, it's down on all fours with its face shoved into the bush, and there's a little bit of movement every now and then. You don't know what it's doing in the bush. Some strange animal thing.
I'm gonna slowly put my spear on my back, bring out my bow since now I have to jump.
Mm-hmm.
I'll whisper, I guess, over there.
Do you want me to go kill it? Or do we just want to hide and let him pass?
I mean, as long as you remember Slashy Slashy song, you do whatever you want to do. I believe in you. You can go first.
Yeah, Neal, I will move up to here and do a mechanical charge.
All right.
I'm not screaming or anything, but
You charge the creature.
oh,
And it sounds like Bill has a bow out, and
Yep, and
Hank
right
and
as Sunny
Daniel?
starts charging,
Mhm.
that's when I'm gonna let the arrow fly, so that way the arrow gets there before Sunny does.
I ready an attack, just in
that's
case.
not what I meant to roll, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Same dice.
Okay, well, you have a surprise round because they rolled a 1 on their surprise. Not very good for them. So Woodsy Bill, give me your first bow shot.
Here we go. Remember what I said? 2 incoming?
Alright.
Yeah, that's not a great attack.
I have an
roll
extra.
there.
I have an extra 1 to hit from Bless.
Oh, right, from the
Yeah, you
From
get
the
one for
slashy
being
song.
bardically inspired.
Oh,
Yeah, as
so
long as you remember the song.
that'd be an 8.
You get it
Neil.
for
That'd
6
be an
rounds.
8.
Excellent. Well, your arrow will fly wide, sailing over the creature's rump, striking into the cliffs behind it, just as Sunny comes up to the creature. And Sunny, as you reach the creature, let me actually turn down the music just a smidge. As you reach the creature, you're going to
That
notice
was an
around
initiative roll, not a roll to hit.
the corner. You did roll initiative, not an attack roll, Woodsy Bill. You should make an attack
did?
roll.
Oh, shit. I thought I hit the right one. Oh,
No, you hit the wrong one.
well, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
See, I clicked on the D20 button. There we go.
Oh, it's even better.
Much better.
Much better. All right,
Much
Wild.
better.
Can I keep that initiative roll?
We'll roll initiative for next round, but we're not there yet. In the meantime,
Are
Sunny.
they large?
Nope, they're man-sized, medium creatures. Sunny, you arrive, and as you do so, you see around the corner that there's another one of these things, just around the corner right here. But you're coming up behind this one real fast. It's hunched over. Now, The AC 14 that's being displayed here is its standard fighting AC, but it is on the ground. It's by surprise, so it doesn't have its dex. And since it's on its knees, you have a bonus of 1 for high ground and 2 for back attack. So go ahead and make your attack roll at +3, and its AC is lower than 14.
I'm trying to go for like a kill here.
Yeah, obviously.
So with my arming sword, my goal is to just lop the head off.
Yeah,
Okay, not make any sounds, and then move on to the next one.
great.
28,
Oh my
I
God.
crit on this.
You're a
because I'm
high master.
master.
So
Yeah.
you crit on 16, so you do indeed crit this creature. Roll me 2d8 plus whatever your damage modifier is.
There's 10 plus 1d8. 12 damage.
12 points of damage is a buttload of damage. And it brings the creature down about halfway with a single swipe. You can't quite reach its head because it's in the bush, but you do a nice big long slash across the back of the creature, and it lets out a high-pitched shrill as it takes the damage.
Yeah, audience, second edition D&D. It hasn't been said yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, second edition. Totes.
Sorry, someone was asking.
Second edition, best
Oh,
edition.
people. Oh, yeah. It's default to second edition unless we say otherwise.
Well, yeah, what if they're new?
Yeah, true. Should have known from the cooking checks. There's no cooking check in 5th edition. Sure, it's fine. It's
Anyway.
fine. Let's see. You were readying an action, I recall, Daniel. Hank, what were you doing?
We were playing songs until everyone was ready to go, and once he
Yeah.
starts charging, we throw it in the backpack, and we pull out the big sword, and we get to run in behind him.
All right.
So I'll be
you're-
like a little bit behind.
right. You let Sunny take the front, and then you come up behind Sunny
Yes.
and make an attack as well.
Yes.
Sorry, Neal, is that a double crit
Oh.
that I had?
No,
we
we're not
doing
doing double
doubles?
crits. We're just
We're
regular.
not doing
critting.
doubles?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. Well, it was a fun idea once upon a time, but it is
Sure.
no good.
No
But
good.
we're still
plus-
doing triple crits, right?
No. 8 plus 3 is 21 is definitely a hit. That's actually a natural 18, so that is a crit as well. So that is 2d4 plus 1 damage, plus another 2d4 plus 1 damage. No, just plus another 2d4, I believe. So 3 and
Right.
7 is 10. Will almost kill, but not quite kill this thing.
Well, no, because that's 2d4 plus 1 plus another 2d4, right? So plus
Yeah. Well, yeah, the attack roll rolled a 7 on the damage.
2. No, I clicked the wrong thing. The
Oh,
first one was another attack roll.
oh, that's
I-
a D20, Neil, so that doesn't count.
yeah, it's the It's the.
Oh, I was looking
It's
at
the
the
4
8
plus the
plus
2.
3 to hit goes into 7 damage macro that was touched.
Oh,
Yeah, and then 7 damage. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's just
Yeah.
a plus 2.
Yeah,
My
then
bad.
it's the plus 2d4, not the plus 1, but the 2d4. So that's a 3 on the 7 is a 10. Perfect.
I see. You've gotten
Yeah.
so fancy on me, Neil. You've got so many more buttons now. You've confused me.
Mm.
I'm
I've
easily
tried.
confusable.
I've tried to make it nicer, and I might have been
It's
made it
nice.
too nice. All right, this creature's not quite dead yet. Now, Connor, you got
Yo.
2 allies in front of this creature that's bent down into a bush. You have absolutely no clear shot on this thing. Would you like to spend any of a round moving or doing other things?
Yes. The important part of any good bow shot is position.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fairly certain that anything that we come across is going to be ahead of us, right?
wouldn't be behind us, surely.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
they somehow went ahead of you and then doubled back and are lurking around on top. But that would display high levels of intelligence and ambush. They'd have to know that you were behind them to know to ambush you, right?
Yeah, and that one was clearly taken big by surprise.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's definitely
So,
fine.
yeah. Come up to right here to where I can see at least down this way
Mm-hmm.
more, yeah.
Yeah, I stay with him.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
now we're gonna roll
And then,
initiative.
can I see that one?
Yeah. I think the bush is sort of. He's got cover, but no, he's got concealment, but not cover from the bush. Like you can see parts of him. and it would provide a penalty to your attack roll. Do you have the
Nope, I'm not gonna
movement
take a
sheet,
shot.
Skyle? Okay.
Yes,
Roll
I
it.
do.
Well, let's roll
Yep.
initiative. Let's do it.
I hate the new fucking thing.
What new thing?
How do I just choose 3?
Oh, I don't have
fucked
the
it,
initiative
Neal.
button for some reason. It never got imported over to this one. It's a mistake.
Okay, I'm putting
making
8.
one for
Is that
you.
okay?
I'm making one for you right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Plus question mark. Zero.
I just wasted my 19 to hit.
Ugh. Show is token action for all players. There you go. So you should now, if you click away and click back on your token, have the ability
Thank
to
you.
roll initiative just like we always.
Oh, yeah, I see.
There we go.
Alright,
Much
roll
better.
now.
Hank, Daniel, Ravager, Sunny, Ravager, Bill. Hank, you are up first. The creature has yet to stand. You still have +3, 2 for back attack, 1 for it being down on its knees. An 18 will
So
hit,
that's- So then I just roll damage.
and the Ravager will die.
So I want to move over to this one. So here.
If you want to move, you can move. I don't know if you want to move, though. 'Cause you don't get any more attacks this
He
round.
did. He wants to move. Let him.
He moves. Right. I guess you do. You are expertised, right? So you will get an attack at the end of the round.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Daniel, you're up next. Rogue.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to block the bow shot, so can I stand? I'm trying to stand out of the way of line of sight,
Mm-hmm.
like here, but I'm still ready to attack, right? Because I'm not a heavy hitter like these two, but
Mm-hmm.
so I'm here ready to attack.
That's your spot. Excellent.
Yeah.
All happening at the same time is the next Ravager who's gonna go, and this is the one that's right here in front of Hank. Now, Hank, this creature, he's got his 2 scythe arms, and he's going to lash out at
Yeah.
you with each of these scythe arms. The first
Yep.
one is a swing for a 19 to hit, and
Yep,
will
that's good.
connect with your 16 AC for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
That's
okay.
a lot. And the second arm is going to come out with a 12, which is a miss.
Ow.
And Sunny will take a turn.
All right, I'm gonna run up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to attack him twice. One now, one at the end of the round.
Perfect.
There you go.
Natural one. God, if only had been that 19 from earlier.
I know.
Ugh.
Tell me about it.
Maybe I should have gone up there and hit it. Oh.
Maybe, maybe not. But this other one up here is coming out of the bush now that their initiative has come around. And these creatures, what was that bonus? They had +5 to hit and did D6 +3 damage. That's a lot of damage for a regular creature to be doing. These are pretty incredible blows. And you did something like 28 damage total to kill the first one. That's a lot of hit points for someone to have. Like, one of you guys has got 28 points. These things are... That's fine. You've already taken the first one. The second one is going to come over here and scamper down the hill and bolt in the direction of you, Daniel. But you were holding your position.
I was ready an attack, yeah.
I've readied an attack, so you can go ahead and get an attack as this creature closes with you.
So, because I'm ambidextrous and dual wield, does that mean both my daggers at the same time?
Yes, when you have 2 weapons in your hand, they both go same time.
Right. I'm going to hit this twice then.
Nice.
18 and 3 is actually a critical hit, so roll me another d4. So 3 damage with the first dagger. And the second one is going to be a 14, which is hits for another 2 points of damage. Yes, excellent. You.
I didn't think it was going to be much. That's why I wasn't at the.
You still hurt it. You do 5 damage, and it will swing at you twice. One with a 17 for 9 points of damage. Oof. And another is a critical hit for 9 plus 1d6. Oh my god, maximum damage. 15. It's actually rolled 3 6s in a row.
3 6s in a row.
Damage. Wow.
I'm down to 8.
So yeah, that should be
McTacky's
24.
curse is real. I stand by my statement.
He keeps trying to kill me every time.
Wow. Wow, that was just a lot of damage all up front. Bill.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought I did it.
I see he's in a pinch,
Yeah.
but I've already got my bow drawn.
Mm.
Can't get in there right this second, so
Oh.
I'll take my shots at this guy. First one's coming in now.
This one or this guy right here?
The one that's right in front of me.
Yeah. Excellent.
Like, that
That's
guy's
a-
closer.
The nice flanking shot right there. +1 to hit on the attack roll.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. I'm already in there adjusting things. Might as well do that. Ugh.
15's a hit.
Rolling them 2s. Yep.
Nice
Let's
4
go.
points of damage. You put an arrow in its side. You'll get the second shot at the end of the round. Hank, I believe you're getting your second attack right now.
Yes, sir. That's true.
Please make it.
13.
13 is
plus 1,
off.
14.
14. Oh, for your song.
Inspiration.
about- Yes.
Mm-hmm. Slashy. Yeah, it's very important.
Slashy.
Slash,
It-
slash.
It is. You succeed in slashing. 5 points of damage.
5 points of
Excellent.
damage.
Daniel's already had a turn. Now, the Ravager that's before you also has 2 attacks with each arm and will make a second set of attacks this round. And is still focused on Hank with single-minded devotion to their craft. 1 slash is a total of, a lot. 8 damage to hit. 22 to hit and 8 damage. And the second slash is 19 to hit and another 8 damage. These are good rolls. Those are both 5s on a d6.
You need to roll another. Do they crit on 17 or no?
They need a natural
Oh, okay,
18 to
got it.
crit. Yeah, so you will take
I
16.
had 22. So here's my
Uh,
damage from my arming sword.
Yeah, go ahead. You can keep that 22.
We went at the same time. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yeah, it's all the same time.
9.
9 points of damage. So we've got a lot of damage pouring out real fast on all sides. Everyone here seems to be capable of distributing great sums of damage.
Everyone?
Well, just about everyone. This guy had to move all the way up here. He's not going to get his second
Roll an
round
initiative
of
again?
attacks. Bill gets a
I
second
still got
bow
my
shot.
second bow. Yeah.
Oh. Natural 1.
It's
Ooh.
gonna be one of those days.
It's gonna be one of those campaigns. Everybody, let's play the initiative game. Everyone's favorite game.
So, trying to work out what
What are you gonna do here, Daniel?
because I don't
This-
stand here, I'm dead.
Yeah. I mean, if it has +5 to hit, it'll hit you on a 10, which is 55% of the time. If it does d6 plus 3 damage, well, an average hit is going to be 6.5 points of damage. So, doing some quick math here, you've got a 75% chance of going down next round.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah, withdrawal's just 3 initiative, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. And you and the Ravager before you are going at the exact same time. So you're withdrawing, and it's
Yeah.
chasing.
Yeah.
I don't think I have my. So what I'm doing is I'm just setting my bow down right next to me, just
Mhm.
like setting up against this little cliff right here,
Right.
and pulling out my
But
my
it's
spear.
not out yet. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll
figured
probably
as
get to
much.
hear when the first scythe blow lands with a 16 for 4 points of damage, bringing you to 4 hit points. Where I swear, McTacky, I'm not.
Every time.
It's not my fault. These are all highly public rolls. And the second scythe is coming in,
Natural 20.
and it'll bring you down. You will be unconscious.
Crit damage, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Crit
Danny
Yeah,
damage.
boy.
extra d6 in here for 2. So you'll actually drop to -2 as the Ravager stands over your body, its arms bloodied. And that is when Bill finally pulls out the 2-handed spear.
Yeah. That ain't good.
Yeah.
Danny!
Let
No.
him flank.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I'll hit at him with the spear. That's supposed to be a 2-hander, my bad.
Sure, you can reroll the
Buttons right next to
damage,
each
but you
other.
can keep the attack roll if you want. And instead
Sure.
of 1d6, you're doing 2d4.
2d4.
Yep.
That's
Hell
7.
yeah, Ultra Spear boys.
Yeah. Now, we're
Mm.
Rangers. Your Ranger in
Yep.
2nd edition have 2-weapon fighting style skills innately. They're
am
really good at fighting with 2 weapons.
Ambidextrous.
But you're using a spear, and so what we've opted to do is allow you to use the back end of the spear like it's a second weapon, and you can make a spear butt attack as an offhand attack on the same round.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your offhand, your spear butt.
Yeah, so I am not making any adjustments to these rolls, so any flanking or the +1
Yeah.
does have to be tacked on at the end.
That's perfect. I love to attack these on at the
So-
end. Excellent hit there.
1-3 or
Mhm.
17.
All right, and you will do 2 points of damage to the creature. And it will be almost dead, but not quite. Next up is Sunny.
So close.
Here's my attack with my arming sword.
Oh,
25.
a beautiful
crit,
strike.
I think.
Not an 18. Oh, yeah, you crit on 16s.
10 damage.
Fantastic. You drop the Ravager instantly.
Do I hear what's going on behind me?
Absolutely.
Ah!
Yes.
Danny's
Then I'm
down!
gonna run back.
Right. Go ahead. Move on back. Now, you're going
To
at the
here.
same initiative as the Ravager. You've both rolled 9s, and so it will get its attacks as you are dropping your sword into its body. It is at the same time reaching out with one scythe at you because you're the one bringing the sword down on at the same time, and it will hit you with a 22 for 5. And the second scythe, as your blade is like sinking into its shoulder, it's bringing the other one forward with a plunge, which is actually a crit.
Maybe even a crit. Yeah.
Yeah, for 11 points of damage on you. But, the blade sinks in and the creature falls down. And
ya.
Hank is left. 9 out of 32 hit points. What are you going to do, Hank?
Well, Hank's gonna clamber up this cliff over this direction and see if he can see any more coming.
Right. These are not more than 10 feet tall. They're pretty mountainous things. You already have a climbing walls check, right? I don't think...
Yeah, I can do some climbing.
Yeah. These walls are pretty chill. I don't know what your base chance is, but I think...
It's pretty decent.
It is
60.
another 25% on top of whatever your base chance is. So you have
85.
an 85% chance. D100, 85 or lower. Oh my. An 86.
You hate.
You hate to see it.
I hate to see it. You go to clamber up these walls, and
Which
it's just
one do
like,
I fail on? This one or this one?
with an 86,
It's the last one, I feel
you
like
get
it's
to
this one.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
You can make it up, but like the rock here is just pulling away from the wall. So as you scramble, like you get up a little bit, and then the whole wall begins to like fall down. You have to move apart, and you can get to about here, and then take a look around, and you will see from your position there is one more Ravager way over there.
I don't know where way over there
Oh.
is.
Maybe I should have given you an arrow to it on the layer that you
Sorry.
can see. Here we go.
There we go. Okay. Cool. All right, and I'm gonna take my using my tumbling proficiency. I'm gonna take the defensive action for the rest of this.
Okay. All right.
Make sure you're not going to take the tumble down the wall.
Does Ravager get second
Less than
attack?
10 feet.
Second attack. This Ravager will turn towards.
He gets one this round?
Yeah, he barely moved at all. He'll make some attacks against Bill. First scythe is a 10.
Nice, no.
No good. Second scythe is a 14. Is no good.
Also no.
There's no second attacks this round, so just initiative.
Nope.
Oh,
And,
yeah, roll to bleed out. Sorry.
Yeah, Daniel, please give me a flat D10 for when you bleed.
Go 1.
Oh, buddy. You know, I'm one of the people who thinks that no one is unlucky in Dungeons and Dragons and that it's just all
Nick
in your
is.
head. I don't even think Nick is unlucky, but I do think
Nick is
McTacky is
fine.
unlucky. If you've
Nick does
seen
fine.
shenanigans, the body count this man has is insane.
I'm pretty sure he had more characters in one session than I had characters throughout the entirety of Shenanigans.
Yeah, I had 3 in 2 sessions. Like in one session
Yeah.
I had 3 characters, and another session I had a different set of 3 characters.
And
Two
I
of them
had
died.
3 and I had 3 characters over the course of like 4 years.
Well, to be
Jesus.
fair, you did kill one of my characters that episode with the ogre, the beanstalk. He was
Wait,
a half
hold
ogre
on.
who came up, and you just went, "Ah, I'm killing him."
If I
Oh,
recall
fuck, I don't
correctly,
even
somebody
remember
else
that.
had been.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
fighting ogres, and you rolled up as an ogre. That's all I remember. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah,
remember.
Yep.
Next turn?
Yeah,
Sure,
well,
mate, the
Daniel, you bleed 1. Thank you. Sonny, you will go at the same time as the Ravager who's attacking Woodsman Bill. And I'm pretty sure you're going to do
23
5 points of damage and
for
kill him.
11.
Yeah, definitely. In the meantime, he will get his 2 attacks. It's a
That's
hit.
gonna hit.
It's a crit for 9+. Oh, that's the wrong window.
What the fuck is that? Like, that thing is only rolling 5 and 6.
I know. It does 13 damage to you, and it gets its second attack, which is a miss. And this Ravager will die from Sonny's blow.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks,
guys,
Sonny.
you should be able to hold your own too. I've killed each one.
Now, the next, we're not quite out of combat yet. We're not out of the woods. Hank, you can see that this other Ravager has heard commotion in the jungle. It's a loud jungle. You know, there's a lot of creatures. There's a lot of foliage. Sound doesn't travel too terribly far unless it's like a really deep echoing roar or something like that. The sounds of combat in this situation don't travel too far. There was that yelp from the first one that died, and this one has gone to like the edge of this cliff to sort of look around. You can see it doing the like, what was that noise? What was that thing? But it hasn't been alerted yet to the commotion or to the specifics of the commotion. Bill, you had rolled in to fight, but this thing is dead already, and Danny
Yeah.
is bleeding.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I gotta put a stop to that.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a little scamper this away and be like, "There's one more. We should go. And see what they, that's what I do with my time. Keep piecing out, which I think to there is all I can do.
You've
If
got
you know
a
where it is, we should
120
kill
feet
it.
of movement.
I got less than that.
Oh, because you're encumbered?
Yeah,
You should have
Yeah, we only get to there.
90 feet of movement, yeah.
80. I think. Yeah, right there's.
That's perfect.
Right there is correct.
All right. Well, Bill, you can bind his wounds, not a problem. No need for any dice. That's your plan.
If
Yeah,
you know
that's
where it
my
is, we
plan.
should kill it. We need to go forward.
If you think you can kill one more, I'm happy to help. But those claws
Sure.
are real sharp.
Get this
Real
bush.
sharp.
Bill, can you
Yeah,
make
they
some
are.
noise and get it to come to you? And we'll attack it when it comes in this way?
I'll move back
Yep.
whenever I can.
Yeah.
Yep, I can make some noise.
Let's roll initiative then.
I'm stable.
What
sorry.
is this bull? I mean,
I mean, the initiative needs to be high anyways. He's making noise, so.
We've got real
Oh, shit.
fancy luck today, don't we?
Oh, it's real fancy, man.
Yeah. Well, the Ravager
Some-
seems
Shouldn't we
to
get
have
a auto? Sorry, he spotted us.
No, he seems to have spotted this body over here from his position on that ledge, and comes on down and heads on over. How far did we move? We did. Yeah, you can go about 120 feet and get to the body and begins to inspect the creature. Now, I see you. The overlay makes it look like you're standing on the bush, but I think you're trying to hide in the
Hiding
bushes.
in the bush.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So my
Yeah.
goal was, and I hope that this is happening. The bard should be in this bush, hiding hiding. And then when he makes noise over here with his bow, this creature is gonna come up. We're gonna get double attacks, and he's gonna get
Oh.
a bow shot.
Man, that would be such a great plan, but the party has never fought together before. And we're going to have to learn how to fight together because the bard is staying alive and on the high ground away from everybody else. But the Ravager
probably
comes
get a
over
shot.
and is looking at this body. And it's your turn. It hasn't noticed you yet.
I'm
You
ready
go-
an attack.
You're waiting. Okay.
I'm following the plan that was set forward. Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah. Well, I got Dan there bandaged, so I'm gonna take 2 steps forward. I'm going to not make noise with the bow because that's pretty hard and a pretty good way to break it. But what I do have is big stick and some rocks and a voice. So I'm gonna start singing one of the most dad songs I can think of and just start yelling out, we will rock you."
Ah,
And start slamming rocks together.
yeah. Exactly.
Exactly
Just
like that.
Yeah, and the Ravager will snap its head up in your direction. Now, there's a bush between the two of you, and the creature, if it were to stand up perfectly straight, it might be like 5'9", but these creatures have like a hunch to them, like a lumbering, swinging, almost a troll-like hunching stance. And so it's actually only about its head's only like 5'5" off the ground or something like that. So it hears you, but it doesn't quite see you through the bush. So I think you're both readying actions.
Yeah.
I'm ready to attack.
Hank, you're chilling over here, bud?
Tank's turn.
I rolled a 15, so it's me next, yeah?
Yeah, you're just chilling.
Well, so it stays sitting right there. I'm going to try to sneak along and get to where I'm about here. Well, this is pretty good bushes. I'm going to try to get to here. Staying low.
Yep.
And I'm going to ready to get it when it runs forward.
What do you mean, get it?
Skyrim Steve.
We're going to run off the ledge. We're going to use our tumbling, and we're going to go to chop its head off. We're going to call its shot, just back of the neck, just try to get it.
So you're readying I'm throwing myself off the cliff to dive bomb the creature.
Yeah, no, we're going not just dive bomb. We're gonna go through and cut its head off as a spin. We're gonna cut through it. We're gonna use our tumbling here, our good proficiencies here, and we're gonna go through and just call shot its neck. Trying to end this as fast as possible for our dying companion, the one who's supposed to map everything that is necessary to us being successful.
Well, there's no need to roll for initiative because everyone's waiting for this creature to go, and it hasn't spotted any of you. So it's going to run up through here. And as it does, you get your attack because it's coming right through.
I get surprise.
Yep, you're going to get 1 for flank, 1 for surprise, and has a penalty of 3 to its AC because it does not see you coming.
Cool,
and
I'm a
3 of its AC is
genius.
from Dex.
Whatever that is, 17.
That's a hit.
10 damage.
Excellent. And
Sunny
at the same
laughs.
time, the bard is going to tumble off the cliffs. Make me a tumbling check. Real quick.
All right.
Should be just a quick tumbling check.
I know, quick, real no problem.
Oh, it's not a problem at all. And
And
roll
I'm
me-
called shotting its neck. I'll take the -4. I'm going for
Yep.
hardcore at its neck.
Yep. Well, you take the -4. You're getting, I think, a +2 for back
Plus,
attack,
like, 6 in
essentially, and a
total.
+1 for high ground.
-3 to AC.
Yeah. So it's with your
+1 for my bardic inspiration.
right. So those all neutral out, and it's a regular attack against AC 11. Oh,
Oh no.
it's a tumble, but it's a miss. The creature's faster than you expected, so you land right where its neck was when it's already gone, and closing
get
with the man with the
reaction?
spear.
He left my combat range.
Yes, you're gonna get your opportunity attack,
20. Yeah, huge crit.
which is a crit,
Good.
10 damage.
and we'll do 10 damage right before Woodsman Bill can set his spear to receive charge and impale the creature.
Yep.
Dies. Well, you got all
Oh my
6, right?
goodness.
No, we didn't.
We got
Oh,
4.
I think we got 5 now.
4, 5? Did one get deleted off the map? How many were
I
there?
think 2 got deleted off the map. I'm pretty sure I got 5, but doesn't matter. Yeah, because there was one here, so maybe that's 4. Maybe that's 5. Who knows?
Oh yeah, there was one here that got deleted. Yeah, there's 4
I
bodies.
think there was already. I'm pretty sure we got 5. I'm almost certain.
There's 4 bodies.
No, we got 4.
Well, there's 5 bodies.
There's 5 bodies, but 4 of them belong to monsters.
Well,
we're gonna take
we
a
should,
pause right here, in the middle of this situation, deep in the woods, in the jungle, with one of the party members bleeding. Well, no longer bleeding, but
No.
unconscious, badly wounded. Another party member at like 1/3 HP. Another at 3/5. Actually, 2 more at 3/5. First foray into the jungle. A little bit dangerous. See you on the other side.
Flip side.
Oh, this game. Rise of Drekis.
Capped.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rise of Drekis. So, 1 down, 1 person at less than half, 2 people just barely above half, and still 2 more of these creatures out there. Now, maybe they're right around the corner. Maybe they're pretty far ahead. Maybe they're not going to hear you at all. What?
We need to
Well-
keep going forward, but quietly this time. I think I can carry him.
If you think you can carry him, do I need to send some bait out in front of us, and then we'll go from there?
Oh, didn't you say that you could pull out something out of
Yeah,
your
I could-
hat?
He
Yeah, I
can pull
could
an ass
something
out of
my
his ass.
hat. I could pull an ass out of my ass if necessary.
Pull your ass out and we'll put him on it and we'll go.
That sounds good to go. Sounds good to go. All right.
Real quick, Neal, I'd like to. I can't recover any arrows that I missed, right? Shot 3 times.
Yeah, definitely
missed
not
twice.
in the jungle.
Cool. I'm gonna try and recover the arrow from the one that I hit.
Yeah.
Just a
It's
D2.
a 50-50 shot. Yep. 1 you fail, 2 you
Uh,
succeed.
to succeed. All right.
It's that sort of day.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That sort of day.
Yeah.
All right.
I will put Daniel on top of the ass.
Mm-hmm. That
Yep.
has been summoned out of thin air.
Yes.
it's been summoned out of his ass.
And it has a saddle.
That's amazing.
Huge.
Fuck, we could tie him to it.
Mm-hmm. They've got
Well-
they're real stable here, right? Got a good footing, perfect jungle
Yeah.
mounts.
Exactly.
Good.
That's why we have it. That's why it's here.
All right, if you see any of them, you let me
Make
take
sure.
the hits. Stay behind me.
Yep.
You
I
lead
did.
lead the horse. The ass.
I'm gonna,
The ass. The ass. It's an ass.
I'm gonna pick my bow back up, Neal.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And you, hold your bow.
I always
We're gonna
hold my
head
bow.
through the jungle stealthily. I'm gonna be using my perception, Neal, as well as I think the ranger. Keep an eye out.
I'll have an arrow knocked, but obviously I'm not gonna be able to hold it for the whole time.
Right, but you
I'm not
don't
sure
have
I
to
can
draw
move.
it.
You're just like ready to knock it. Yeah.
Someone will have to lead the horse, the donkey, though.
Not like that. Not
gonna
drawing.
be
I got
the,
it. It's my
the
mount.
bird.
I'll care. I'll make sure he's headed in the right direction.
Oh, so you weren't just going to leave him behind?
No.
Yeah, we have an ass on the ass.
He's making an ass of himself.
Do you want me to move my character, Koibu?
I'm just gonna move us until we get to a spot. Would you roll me a d10, Lucas? Roll high, roll
you want high or
above
low?
a 3. Roll above a 3 no matter what you do.
I think
We're
you wanted
ambushed.
ads, though. I
That's a
think
surprise
that's good.
check. That's a surprise check. We're ambushed.
Knows wrong answer when told.
I don't know if it matters, but my reaction adjust is too.
Yeah, does that
Does that
matter?
change the
I
ambush
don't know.
check?
I have 14 charisma, so
Oh, your charisma reaction adjust?
Well, you
Yeah,
changed the stats.
that's what I
around.
have.
Okay, well there's
Oh, my surprise adjust, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
0.
prize adjust
Zero.
based off perception. Yeah.
When do you need to get a surprise adjust? Like, when did you actually go up? At what?
Let's see.
Probably like 15 or 16.
Yeah, it's
It's
at
not
least
14.
16. No, it's 16.
6. 1 6, that
That's
checks.
crazy. Okay.
What's the dump stat?
So it is
Yeah.
going to be when you're coming to creep around this corner, is when the fun begins.
When the fun begins.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
You're
not
coming-
say that we're mechanically surprised where they get a free round?
Oh no,
Because we're
no, you're not
actively looking for them. Okay.
surprised. Yeah, but they are going to be the ones who spot you first
That's
because you're ready, like you're expecting
Yeah,
some sort of situation.
of tussle.
Right. And so the problem with this is that when this creature spots you first, is you know it when it lets out a shrill sound. A sound that this creature probably makes, like it's got this weird beak nose, and it sounds like this noise is rattling around in this like bony protrusion, and it has this really piercing cry that you can easily hear over a good distance, which means the one is letting the other know that there's something.
There's only 2
here.
left, so that's fine.
Yeah. But we're gonna roll
Where's he at?
initiative.
Oh, I see him.
He's right above you.
Huge.
Oh my god.
Huge.
Oh my god.
One more.
Everything happens all at once.
Hank's initiative.
Yep. We're just we're channeling right now.
You
deep
want a
down.
13.
What are
Yeah.
you doing, Hank?
13.
What action are you taking?
Yes.
Ooh.
Great.
Hank. Well, look together. Together, the two of you, Hank and Daniel, make a 13. So Hank, you hear this cry, and you can see like a shiver runs through Sunny, and a shiver runs through Bill, and their hairs begin to stand up. And as that's happening, you're already moving, but I don't know where you're moving to or what you're doing.
We're moving up the hill, and we're going round 2, baby. We're ready to
You're
action
leaving,
to
you're
run off
leaving
the
the
cliff.
donkey, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the donkey right there. It's gonna ground tie because it's a magical mount, and it'll do exactly what it needs to do.
Nice.
Be no problems whatsoever. We're gonna climb up the mountain, and we're gonna wait for it to come after Sunny. Is the plan. And then we're
Excellent.
gonna run off the cliff this time, and we're gonna chop its head off this time.
Huge.
It's gonna
Excellent.
go better than last time.
Excellent. Just give me that, you're trying to scramble up this cliff real quick. It's still sort of an decline for your position, so you've got the same 85% chance as before.
Okay.
Not a problem. You scale the cliff, easy peasy. And then the Ravager, shrieking, snorting, running in this direction as the two of you are all moving into appropriate positions, and Hank is running to the ledge. And I think as this creature is arriving and connecting with Sunny, we're gonna get a bow, we're gonna get Sunny's attack, we're gonna get Hank's attack, and we're gonna get the 2 Ravager attacks, all coalescing in one moment of gore and pain and
It's
blood.
a beautiful moment.
Suffering.
4 damage.
Oh, Hanky boy.
Saving throw versus death.
Well, first off, give me your tumbling check here.
Okay, well,
Oh,
that's
he's
good.
fine. He's fine.
We just miss. I think we just misjudge it, and we just go right behind it, just
Yeah, it's
completely
fast.
missing
It's
it.
so fast.
Oops,
Yeah.
you jump to this.
And
Jump to the other side.
and Bill, would you put an arrow in it for me?
Yep.
Hit it in its
Oh, of
fucking
course.
dome.
It's a 10.
Nope.
It's gonna be a miss. Yeah. The bard bonus has worn off at this point.
Yep,
Yeah,
that
I
is
took
not included.
Right. But you did hit for 4, right, Sonny?
Yep.
Okay. Also,
We're gonna get to see Nick today. Where are these guys?
This other one will do its 120 foot down from above. That also rolled a 13. The 2 Ravagers.
Huge. Oh yeah, we did
Uh,
miss it.
Yes,
2
and
attacks.
the 1 Ravager right here is going to make its 2 attacks against you, Sonny. With the first scythe slashing out with the 13.
Miss.
The second one with the 6.
Miss. Natural 1.
All right. No one has any further attacks at the. No, that's not
saving
true.
throw versus death.
Well, we didn't make Hank roll a saving throw versus death. We weren't doing
Should've.
saves on natural ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Don't I get 2
we're gonna
attacks?
want it. Yeah, you get your second attack here.
That's a clean enough line of shot, yeah?
Absolutely.
Sure.
15 will do.
Hey!
3 points of damage. The Ravager snorts. It cries out, and we're gonna roll initiative again.
Goodbye. To Will.
God damn.
Goodbye.
God damn it.
Oh, Hank, you ended up on the wrong side of the tracks, didn't you?
Yeah, we did our best.
Ravager comes for you. You can turn to face
Show me
it.
the 20s.
The claws come out. The first one is a plunge in your direction, natural 1. The second
Natural
one is a scythe coming from overhead. Critical hit.
Crit.
For 8
Yay.
plus
Come on.
1d6
Plus 1?
2. You go
Damn
down
it.
to -1.
Oh,
Sunny. These
does
woods-
the
your
belt
deck.
disappear?
jungle. No, I don't think so. Mount I think, is
22.
independent of the caster. 22 is a hit for
4 more
minimum damage. Bill?
Yep. I'm going to
Bill?
again place my bow down because I only have 15 arrows left. Not trying to spend them all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come up here and start stabbing with the spear.
Yeah, you'll have to wait until next round to get your spear attack, though, because this is the... Oh, no, this is the
Oh,
same
okay.
round. Never mind. No. This is your first attack on this round. I thought you had made...
Yeah.
I was full of shit.
Nope.
No. That's a perfect hit. 5 points of damage. And...
Dead.
Perfect.
Backhand?
And then my... Yep. Oh, fuck,
Thank
that's
you.
the wrong one.
Oh,
You can take the roll.
take the roll.
You can
Reroll
take
the
the roll.
damage.
Yep.
Perfect.
damage.
You will
Hell yeah.
drop another Ravager to the ground. The remaining
There, Sonny
Ravager
didn't kill them all.
Oh my
looks to the
goodness.
party.
We roll
Pass
in.
this. It's gonna fine. Yeah, let's roll in for initiative.
Natural 1.
This Ravager, okay. Daniel's still a 3. Sonny, you get to go next before the Ravager
Run
makes
behind
his
him.
move. Mm-hmm.
Gonna hit him with an attack.
It's a crit.
Crit.
'Cause you crit on 16s.
11.
Nice.
11 points of damage brings it, not quite to half, but very near. The Ravager will face you and make its first pair of attacks, a 17 and a 20 for a total of 16 damage, bringing you to 5 hit points. When Bill,
All right. I'll coming back here and start swinging at him.
right, +2 for back attack. Doesn't
So that's
get
a
dex for
14.
back attacks. 14 will
Good.
hit.
It's a hit.
11 AC. 6 points of damage.
6 damage. And then the spear butt.
Will hit for another
Excellent,
4.
17. That's about all I can do.
I
Sunny?
want to say that I'm pretty sure I had a second attack last round, so I would have walked up. I would have hit him.
Well, you only made 1 attack last round, so you get 2 attacks this round.
That's fine. Yeah. Here's my second attack then.
Yep. That is a 1.
Flanking.
Bard
Who's
song.
facing you?
Wait. Do you not get it when you're adjacent?
Oh no, that's a 5th
When
edition
there's an ally
roll.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
5
the way
people
he
play
does it,
this.
it's like on the instead of
On the
like giving you
sides.
the advantage, it's like on the sides or the back. It just has different AC.
But
High
he still has
master.
Bard.
I don't
No,
have
the,
bard.
the bard's worn
Wow.
off. Yeah.
Sorry.
And the
6
bard's
rounds.
dead.
That's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you're not inspired by them.
The arming sword comes up. The creature turns the blade aside with its natural scythe claws, lets out a cry, and jabs a scythe into your body with a natural 20, and you will fall unconscious. You're at -5. It will turn the last member of the party and make its last attack, which is a miss. And it's just the Ravager and Woodsman Bill. Initiative, please.
I hope he fucking
Stop!
kills you. Honestly, I do.
Woodsman Bill. The Ravager goes
That's-
first.
Get
It
his
brings the
ass.
scythe
even on
against
my
you.
bet.
It hits you. It's another crit for 8 and 4. It's
Wait,
12
did Bill
points
get an
of
extra
damage.
attack last round? Or not?
He's not an expertise.
Sorry.
I'm
Oh,
just a ranger.
You take
Second attack?
12.
Yeah.
Its second attack comes through. It's a miss.
It's a miss.
Woodsman Bill, you're at 12 hit points. Your party's beginning to bleed to death. What are you gonna do?
Oh, the only thing I can. I'm gonna fucking go ape shit on this guy.
Get his ass.
You will
Crit.
critical it,
Oh.
and it will die.
That's just another 2d4, yeah.
Yeah, that's 11 points of
dead.
damage. You go all the way through it, pick it up,
Like I
and
said,
chuck it
I'm going
against the
fucking
wall.
ape shit on this thing.
Mm-hmm. But now 2 of your party members are bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
You
going to bandage them up as best I can.
So our party,
Is the donkey still there?
the donkey's still here.
Perfect.
Huge. She just tosses him on the back and fucking
Huge.
So Woodsman Bill, you're alone in a foreign jungle filled with carnivorous plants and strange fucking creatures who get 4 attacks per round at d6 plus 3 damage each and have like 24 HP and 14 AC. And you're a day and change away from town. You've got 3 bodies, and this mount is only going to last for so much longer. What are you
8
going
hours.
to do?
8 hours.
I don't know how long it's gonna last.
Yeah.
I know it's magic, and the bard literally pulled it out of his ass.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna do. We heard about the terrain, like what? So we walked through some bamboo woods and then through the jungle. Is there like any noticeable difference in how dangerous it was, or is it just like, oh, it's just a different flavor?
You didn't run into any monsters in the bamboo, and before you can actually almost see it from here that there's bamboo that you're going to be running into pretty soon.
We did it.
You haven't run into any creatures in the bamboo. Orcs come out of the bamboo
Is that
to
just-
attack the halfling village. That's all you really know. It's pretty unexplored.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of information.
That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to load up all the party members on the donkey. Just
One after another.
like,
Piled.
yep, they're just gonna lay over the donkey like that.
Ass full of men.
Yep, it is.
And a woman.
No? Yeah, there you go. And I'm gonna make way for the bamboo. Because I know that if I get there, the terrain seems more manageable. and I'll be able to set up like a little camp there
Mm.
and get stuff going.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a healing proficiency?
I can make a damn good fire.
Okay.
That's a no.
No. You can bring the party into the bamboo
Yup.
woods. You're following
And
your guides, which are the mountains where you can see them through the jungle.
Yep.
Sort of the valley floor. Bamboo area is easier to walk through. The tall stalks that go well overhead and have huge bushy fronds sort of blot out the sky. It begins to rain. It comes down at first a little gentle, but soon it's fairly torrential. You're in the bamboo.
yep. All right. First things first. I'm not going to be able to start a fire without any kindling. Do I have my shit ass on me? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I've got a tinderbox on me. All right, so that's good. So I'm gonna need to start with building a shelter. I can do that, like make the shittiest shelter you can. Cut down some bamboo stalks, and like I said, just like cut them into probably about 5 to 6 foot lengths. Overlap them, alternating like that. Just make a real quick lean-to, and then make a fire in there. Get my friendos under there. Once that's built, and that's what I'm going to be spending the rest of my night doing, is making the shelter, and then once I have the shelter and don't have rain actively on a fire spot, getting a fire going.
Roll me a d10.
Here we go, boys. It was nice knowing you.
You've got the shelter. You've got the fire going. You head out to collect some more wood for the fire, right? You get the shelter, you get the fire, it's going nice and good, but at a certain point you need a little more fuel. And so you step out from the shelter, and you see some good stuff, just a little, a few feet from camp. And it's storming. Rain is loud. The jungle is still chirping and creaking, full of creatures. You must have, you've got a big ass Bowie knife on you, right? So you're pulling apart some good old bamboo for wood. And as you bring the bundle in your arms and you head back to the lean-to, the light of the fire exposes the silhouette of a creature that is hunched over bodies, friends. You never
killed
picked
me?
your hated creature, did you? Your favorite enemy.
No, I didn't.
It probably doesn't even exist here, whatever it is, but what is it?
Yep. I mean, one of the things I didn't put a lot of thought into was where Bill lived. I figured it would either be like I figured it'd either be something that was like a common menace, or like goblins or orcs or something. So
Yeah, well,
either like a common monster or a goblin or an orc.
orcs,
Probably
goblins, gnolls, hobgoblins, giants, ogres. It could be ettercaps if you live in a certain part of the area, or even giant spiders, because
Nope.
there's a section of spiders and ettercaps now.
Nope.
Orcs, you say? Orcs.
Yeah, orcs. Orcs sounds great.
Okay. Good. Give me a perception check as you see this
Sure.
creature silhouetted against the fire through the jungle and the rain. Oh, you nail it. Even though you're only getting a silhouette of this creature, you can spot a mostly naked goblin any day of the week. And that's what this is. This goblin, it's got just like a little loincloth round. And it's got a big old stick in one hand. The other hand is free, and it's like hunched over one of your people. And you've got a bundle of wood in your arms. and your Bowie knife is tucked into your belt because you picked up the whole bundle with your arms. If you drop
Sure.
the bundle to draw the knife, I mean, it's loud. Maybe it wouldn't hear it. Who knows? What are you gonna do?
How far away am I from it?
20 feet. Right there.
Well, I'm gonna run and drop all of the wood on top of the goblin and start fucking wrestling with him.
The goblin's gonna get a surprise check with a penalty, 1d10 minus probably 2 for the noise and everything. Oh, but it kills its surprise check. It hears you coming, like your foot splashing in one of the recently developed little creeks in front of you. And the goblin will
And then it gets a
turn
pile of wood chucked at it.
as you throw the wood, and you will interrupt the goblin's spell casting. The last thing you see before the pile of chopped bamboo collides with the goblin's face is a soft blue light around the goblin's hand. Go ahead and roll me a d20 for throwing logs on a goblin.
Oh, it was peeling us, wasn't it?
Oh, it's a great shot. Yeah, you toss your bamboo sticks all over the goblin. It hits it in the face. Please roll me initiative versus the goblin.
Perfect. I don't know anything about magic.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
probably never been magically healed. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't blame you, man. It was a goblin.
No.
It's a goblin.
David Bowie knife.
It rolls a 5. You roll a 5. The goblin reaches up from the ground, pointing a hand in your direction, shouting the command spell at you at the same time as you plunge your Bowie knife onto the goblin. You get I think it's a +4 because the goblin's essentially prone in this moment. Go ahead and make your attack a +4.
Perfect.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a 21. The Bowie knife slams into the goblin's body as the goblin shouts out at you in the common tongue, shouting, "Coward!" Wrong button I clicked here.
And by
Is that
common,
spinning
you mean
drill?
the Bravo common tongue.
Right,
Yeah.
the tongue that
Prophonian.
you know. Hiding. I need you to make me a saving throw versus spell.
Well,
It's not a
Nope.
success. You are forced to cower, even though you do 3 points of damage to the goblin. Or goblin. Excellent. The goblin's at about 70% HP right now. And you're going to have to spend the next round cowering as the goblin gets up, puts a hand over its shoulder, grabs a little shield off of the ground. It had a stick and a shield, and it kind of like holds the shield to its body, grabs the stick, and saunters off into the woods, splashing as
yeah.
you spend the round reeling, and by the time you can act again, it's gone into the jungle and into the rain.
Great.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you can make a fire and pony up with your
Yep.
friends.
Yep. And then probably the next day, what I'll spend my time doing is just making the shelter bigger, so we aren't just like fucking logs in there. Make it bigger, start collecting what rainwater I can.
Yeah, lots of rainwater around. The monsoon lasts for maybe a couple of hours before it abruptly ends. Sun almost comes out, does heat up. It's nice and humid here. As you look over the 3 bodies of your wounded friends. You're only friends in the whole world at this point.
Might as well be.
Should we roll a healing check?
There's no... Oh, you mean the D10. That's what I wanted to look up the specifics on how it goes. Each of you wounded people is going to roll me a D10, and you want to roll above your negative value. So take the absolute
Flat
value of your
D10?
HP, and you want to roll that or higher on a D10. 1 is a bad roll. Don't do that, Hank. 7's a great roll, Sonny.
All right, here we go.
It's the only thing that was less.
6. Okay, good.
Good.
So I go to
those-
-6.
I wanted to make sure it's 1 HP. It might be...
Got the article up here.
Ah, yes. Each day you begin with negative, roll a d10, compare blah blah blah. If the die roll... You recover hit points normally for a day of bed rest. And since there's no... That'll just be 1 HP for each event that passed. And those of you who failed you lose 1d4 hit points.
Fuck.
Yeah. Roll me a d4, Hank.
So this is going to be the 4, right? That's how this goes? Okay, so just
Okay.
rid of -3.
Bill, you got a long day ahead of you here in the jungle. You know there's goblins around and that they know where you are. Or at least there's a goblin around. Maybe the 3 damage is enough to make it run away, but you also know it's a spell-casting goblin. Something that is extremely rare in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. But it did shout at me a word I understood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means I can ask it questions. So, I'll split my time doing a few things today. Expanding the shelter, so that way we aren't just, sardines in a can. And then also starting to set up traps, or just like set snares, basically, to try and catch anything around the camp.
Well,
Like, just basic stuff.
Woodsy Bill, your skills, survival hunting, fire building, directions, and cooking, tracking. Excellent. Well, let's start by making me a survival check and a tracking check and a hunting check. Just all down the line.
All right. Survival first,
Ooh, good.
tracking,
I got
nice,
24,
Ooh.
27,
and then hunting.
29.
Oh,
These are excellent. You can get plenty of water. You can get plenty of food. You can squeeze, sweet fruits into the mouths of your friends so they're still getting sustenance and they're not just like starving and they're not just dehydrating. You can dig a little trench around the outside of your camp so that it won't flood when it rains too badly. You can gather some vines and set up some sort of like rudimentary, something walks across here and hits the vine, it'll drop a rock and it'll make some noise. And while you're doing this, you will come across tracks. You will come across tracks of, roll me 2d100.
Sure.
You're going to come across tracks of Bigfoot. Just a Bigfoot. Yeah. Really big, fat human tracks, like Yeti tracks or Sasquatch tracks. And you're going to come across little goblin tracks. And you're going to come across the tracks of some enormous cow-like creature. Maybe it's a buffalo or a bison. It's some sort of creature that you're not familiar with, but it's like a four-legged... It's actually, it's not even hooved. It's got toes. What the fuck is this giant four-legged... Maybe it's a giant sloth? Yeah. But you're coming across 3 sets of creatures, including goblin. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna need a bigger boat.
Mm.
Yeah. So that just, I can't do too much with that because I'm not yet ready to leave everyone on their own.
But you're also looking at them like 2 of them are getting better. Hey, Daniel is doing pretty good here. But you're looking at Hank,
Danny's doing.
and like Hank's wound isn't doing so well. When you check on it, like you notice that flies have been like laying eggs in his chest wound, and like that's not a good sign. It's getting kind of purple, you know?
No, but the maggots will eat the dead stuff, right? That's how that works, right?
Yeah, that's it. But like that purple spreading thing, like the veins shouldn't be visible as like purple lines on the body.
They shouldn't.
That's not good.
You know, I bet if I could find some of those jalapenos he kept talking about, that might make me feel better.
Oh man, you could just burn
Oh.
the sickness right out of him.
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, I don't have any. I don't know where to get them. So I'm going to keep a tight tether around the camp. Just not walk off too far if I can help it. I'm not going to be able to do anything about those tracks. Like, from what I saw, that goblin was pretty hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously it ran away because it was afraid I'd kill it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
But it also did just run away, which is very much not like a goblin back home.
And its
Especially if they
magic
cast a
against
spell.
you was non-offensive. It didn't command you
Yeah.
to die. It didn't command you to flee. It said what again?
Coward.
Power. It's a little intimidating, I suppose.
Yeah,
So you're gonna hold tight. All right.
I'm gonna hold tight.
As
And then do
understand
I
it,
gain any HP? But I assume not
yeah.
because I've been busy.
You gain 1 HP.
Or-
You're just moving some firewood around. You can take it kind of easy. For the day.
Perfect.
If I
Perfect.
see this right, Sonny's at -4, Daniel's at -2, and Hank is at -6.
No, Sunny's at -6.
Sorry, Sonny's at -6. Did you gain an HP? Were you at -7?
Yeah, because I passed my
Oh my god.
I'm going to
Sonny,
be the first
you're-
one back up.
Yeah, Sonny, you're
I'm more likely gonna die than not. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
And I can't do anything to affect that, can I?
Not without a healing proficiency or some sort of magic.
And I tried to take first aid, but he said, no, we don't do it the raw way.
Well, first aid has just been nixed from.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have. I stabilized them entirely, no bleed out chance.
Well, we just let him roll the dice, Bill.
The first day, yes. I think the second day is, you know, I've had an entire day to like calm down and actually get a base set up, and I'm gonna start thinking about that. Like, why didn't the goblin attack me? You know, do a lot of the chores in the morning, so like get the water set up. Like, I've probably made like pots like out of bamboo sticks to hold fresh water that I've collected off of the roof. You know, like it's my ultimate garage project, just like this water system that really all it does is it doesn't actually accomplish anything except make a really cool waterfall
Nice.
into these buckets, but it looks
Yeah.
nice.
What are you gonna do about these lives at hand? You're, you know, if you move quickly, you could get to Bastion for the end of the day. Because you were traveling with a group of 4 and you were going sort of slowly,
Yeah.
and you're a woodsman, you can travel faster than the whole group packed together, and especially
Yeah.
if you're not encumbered, you drop some gear. But to get to Bastion and get a healer and get back in a day is unlikely. And it would also mean leaving the bodies behind. What if a creature found them and ate them?
A goblin already found him once.
Mm-hmm.
I can go see if I can follow those tracks. Like, follow them for, 15 minutes, and then stop. See what I see.
You rolled a
Another
27 on your tracking, and that was before applying modifiers for the jungle.
Yep.
There's a penalty for each hour or every 12 hours since the tracks were made, I think. There's a penalty for every 12 hours that was made, but you have a bonus of 3 for thick brush, vines, or reeds. And in the jungle, there's definitely thick brush.
Oh yeah.
So that's a modified 28. Yeah.
That's good to me.
Doesn't take you too long to follow these tracks. They head in the direction of the Dwarf Mountains, which are pretty nearby. It looks like a 15, 20, maybe 25-minute walk, depending on how carefully you're going, will lead you along these tracks, which do include like moving through some low-lying brush that the goblin can sort of duck under, but you're gonna have to crawl under, all the way
Sure.
up to the base of the mountain, where you can see maybe 15 feet up a cliff, which is, the little scrambly path that you could take without having to make any checks. There is a small cave. Looks like it's been chiseled out of the cliff by a diminutive creature. There's like a little large pile of debris down below the cliff. Someone must have been chiseling quite a large cave, judging by the cubic yards of debris down here.
Damn. So they spent a long time. I'll like look back to where my friends are and slowly start climbing this wall.
As you get to the top of the wall, you will see a very healthy goblin step out. Has a shield in one hand, it has a stick in another, and it's got the shield like right in front of its face, and it's got the stick above its head, and it says to you, "No! My home! No!"
Is it the same one or is it holding the same stick that I saw the other
I mean,
night?
it's a stick and a shield. It was dark. It was raining.
Sure, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Sure,
it's
fair
a
enough.
fucking goblin. Oh! It cries at you as you're climbing.
You said this cliff is like 15 feet high?
Yeah.
I need help.
You stab!
It was dark. Couldn't see so well. Were you trying to hurt them?
No!
Then why'd you cast this?
I help, not hurt. You hurt. You stab. You go away.
Look. I'm sorry. It's dark.
And when you say I'm sorry, its stance softens. The shield comes down a little bit. The stick stays, but the tip dips to the floor that he's standing on.
It was dark. You're casting spells at them. I didn't know what you were doing.
You dumb? You see blue? You see blue? Blue is true. You not know?
No, I don't.
Blue is true.
My magic is stick go far, alright?
Good magic. Yeah, dub like that.
It is good magic. That's my magic. I don't do that. Heck, the most magic I saw was earlier when one of them pulled a fucking donkey out of his ass. I don't know. Yeah, that's the face I made. But But what do you? Blue is good?
Blue
That
is
sounds
true.
pretty. Blue's true. The I'll like take one hand off, or I'll just finish climbing up and just turn around, sit down, and think about what life choices I have made to be having a conversation about blue magic with a goblin. But like, we're attacked by these like crab platypus looking thing.
Ravage. Yeah,
Bone
yeah. I
hands.
see fight. Mm-hmm.
Quite frankly,
You dumb.
none of us were
You dumb. Those things deadly. You dumb.
Yeah. But we've got places to go,
You nice now?
and yes, it's just I'm sorry, but from where I grew up, the others like you weren't so nice, and well, I thought you might have been like slitting their throats or something.
Goblin blinks a few times. A stick?
It was dark. I can't see very well in the dark.
Okay. I help.
Thank you.
The goblin will scamper on down, head back to the party, lay their hands, and cast a series of Cure Light Wounds on the party members, restoring everybody to 1 hit point. Each of you, in turn, will wake up into the goopy, large green eyes of Goblin. Then as you're, sort of coming to consciousness, the Goblin will lick its thumb, put like a big streak from your forehead down to your nose of Goblin slobber.
I can't lift them up. I'm sorry.
Well, party, we're all
I
live.
asked the goblin, "What are you doing?"
Hi,
help.
Goblin.
I help.
He's helping. He's
I
helping.
wipe the slobber, I guess.
Yep. It smells like Goblin, which is disgusting. You ever smelled like a really bad dog fart? Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid form on your face.
Well,
I thought what happened? Did we win?
all I remember
Yep.
was a great flip. I did it perfectly, but that thing wasn't there when I landed, and then
I
it
was
was
at the
over.
back of the party and I
That's all I
got
remember.
knocked out again.
I took
What's-
care of the
what's your
last
name?
one.
I hold out my hand to the goblin.
Ada.
Hi, Mata.
Nice to meet you, Mata.
Okay.
Sunny
Hello.
will get up.
Oh,
Have
oh,
you
yourself
have you
up.
ever had a
Care.
quesadilla, Mata?
What is quesadilla?
I
is
I have it. I'll do it for you, and we'll bust out the pan, and we'll begin making him quesadillas. Because the halflings didn't have bread, by God, but they had corn. We made corn tortillas.
And you,
All my cheese is going into corn tortillas.
the goblin will
Really?
sit and have the only quesadilla ever had in its life. And as
All the
it
goblins
eats,
here.
the tears of joy springing from its face, for it knows happiness for the first time in its life. It never knew it was
Probably
unhappy.
the first quesadilla I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It didn't
Mhm.
know
I
it
kinda
was
want
unhappy, but now,
What kind of monsters are in this area? Are those the worst?
Has to be the worst. There's gonna be nothing worse than that,
That has to be the
right?
strongest apex predator on the island.
they're very
I
bad.
don't think so.
But no, they bad for small, but for big, they small.
For big what?
For big, they are
What?
small.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about this area? We're not from here.
The goblin will walk over to a piece of bamboo. This bamboo.
Oh
And
yeah,
it'll pick up
I've
a
already made
rock.
great use of it.
Picks up a rock.
Oh,
this
good
this is
bamboo.
rock. Together?
Mm, mm.
Together? They make sound that please God. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
What's
Are you
your
the
god
only
name?
one of your tribe?
Goblin looks crestfallen. There used to be many. I am now one.
You can be part of ours. You join us.
You have more
You-
Castia?
Many.
We have much more. I have full bag. It's what I bring here. This place bring joy through food. Make friends
Okay.
through food.
I have cave. We go live in cave. It good. You have food. I have cave. We live happy forever. Long life.
we are
5 more
gonna-
year.
We're gonna travel around, and you're gonna come with us. You're gonna see the world.
Oh, where? Why?
Are you?
Are
Are you?
Are you?
Do we have a map that we can
For
show
you.
Oh, I can
No.
draw up a map.
Yeah, you can do a rough sketch. And Goblin goes,
Do you want?
across dead water. Don't go across dead water.
Why not?
You die. It's dead water.
Explain.
Wait, does the water make you
Dead
dead?
water are dead. Those that you go in dead water, you die. That's why it's dead water. You try
How
and
do
drink
people
dead
mix?
water,
How you go?
you die. You go in dead water, you die.
Oh, salt water.
You want
Uh,
sleepy water? Sleepy water. And I'll bust out a bottle of wine for this little goblin.
The goblin will sniff it.
Good
up.
water.
Ooh. Jungle juice. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dub
Yeah,
love jungle
like
juice.
this.
Hmm?
Here you go. And I'll give him one of them.
Yep. The goblin will plop down, take the bottle in both hands, shift, put the shield under its butt a little bit so it's sitting on something a little more comfortable than pointed rock, and to take the bottle in both hands and take a nice long swig. Let out a belch and go, oh, Dub loves stick, rock, and jungle juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dub.
I
More
understand.
Dub?
Dub is
How you know
God.
it's Mata?
Ah,
Oh,
praise
God.
Dub.
Praise Dub. Dub heal you.
Praise Dub.
Mmm.
Yeah. Praise Dub.
Can you explain dub to me?
Dub give magic.
Oh.
Dub heal. Dub make sound. Dub make music. Dub make dance. Dub make sky and rock and rain.
What's the Dub dance?
Goblin will get up and they'll start dancing around.
Oh, that's the Dubs. Right.
God.
Wow, very cool.
I'll whisper to Hank.
Hank, you need to convince this goblin to come with us.
I don't disagree at all. What do you think I'm doing?
Get to it.
It's
You're
it's
the
not about
bard.
speed. Hey, it's not about speed, okay? Smooth is slow, slow is fast. Be calm. Be like, okay, so if I make you food, you come with us outside of cave?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you have cases, right? Case still.
Quesadillas, yeah. And
Quesadillas.
supposedly there is some
Quesadillas.
there's good peppers here. Spicy. Make quesadilla better. Even better.
Oh, spicy fruit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
spicy.
Sweet
We have to
spicy
find
fruit.
spicy fruit. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Spice.
We find some of that.
Yeah,
we make better. Even
Okay.
better.
You're telling me fruit's hot?
Spicy fruit.
Nice. They like fruit. It's more long and they call different things. It doesn't matter.
No,
it
you're,
doesn't
you're,
matter
you're
what
pulling
you
my
call
leg.
it.
You're pulling my leg here.
I bet Dub can find us some. He comes with us. He finds us some. I'll make you better one. Look, we still have some tomatoes we took from the halflings. We still have some onions we took from the halflings. We make it good. Real good.
Dub give you more healing?
I asked the
Only
goblin.
Dub help me heal. Yes.
You have more?
every day.
Praise Dub.
Praise Dub.
He's
Praise Dub.
Praise Dub. He brought us to you.
Oh,
Best of the dub.
you see sign? Tell me sign you see.
I nod.
Oh, in the sky.
I point.
Did you see that one too?
I heard the noise of the bamboo and the rocks hitting the bamboo.
Yeah. Yeah. That Dub sign.
Well,
Well, my friend here is one of Dub's greatest musicians. Why don't you show him?
You
I
make
play you
music,
some
he
good
looks at
songs.
you with huge saucer-like eyes.
well, we make good music here. We make good music. But very tired. It's been rough, you know?
Oh yeah.
No, please.
Tomorrow we make great music all day.
Rest good.
I know how to do it.
You hurt.
Rest
Need
good.
rest. Else, yeah. No, Dub like dance. Dub like sleep. Dub love sleep.
That's good. I understand. Sleep good. Sleep not always often. You, me, Dub, we make good song tomorrow.
Dub-
You
Dub-
do something you never done before tomorrow. Good time. Real good time. Promise.
Dub like kiss.
We make second quesadilla. I understand. We make second quesadilla.
You can run.
We bust out another
one.
one for Dub.
Yeah.
Well, we
I
took.
mean, not today, but soon, one day, at this rate, the goblin's going to eat your 10 pounds of cheese that you packed with you. Now, I noticed you brought your 10 pounds of cheese in 2 different cheeses, but you didn't label them. What are these 2 cheeses you brought?
Oh, Neal, you're behind the boat, sir.
Oh, did it get updated?
Oh yeah, we got provolone,
Oh.
cheddar, and Gouda.
Oh my. What type of quesadillas are these?
Well, right now we did them a cheddar and Gouda about 50-50 mix, and then we're gonna work down the line. You know, we can kind of mix and match as we go through, but you know. And
What's
I
this
put bread
guy's,
because I
grub
assumed we
score?
had bread here, but if it's tortillas, it's tortillas.
The goblin has a grub score of 10.
Okay.
But everyone has advantage on quesadilla checks.
Yeah.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Good order,
Makes sense.
Of course.
And taco checks, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
obviously.
I'm gonna have to order some now for
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just, I think, go to Dub's cave, or what's their name again?
Mata.
Mata.
Wub?
Mata.
Mata?
Mata.
Mata.
Yeah, Mata.
Dub is the god, Mata is the goblin.
We go to Mata's cave and I think chill for a day and regain another hit point.
You can
there's
regain
more.
3 hit points because Mata is a proficient healer and herbalist, and will tend to your wounds as long as you keep feeding him quesadillas.
This
And-
motherfucker's coming with us. I'll tell you that.
We'll figure it out.
I'm totally down for gaining that 3 HP.
Where is my go? The next day, Mata will drop a heal on the 3 of you most injured.
Well, we're equal at the moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
The 3 of you are all
4?
out. Yeah.
4?
Well, I mean, the fighter's got more to recover.
Okay, so this
We're
goes
mad.
to Daniel. You get 4. This goes
Thank
to
you.
Sonny. You get 6. This goes to Hank. You get 2. Sorry, Hank.
Ah, it's okay.
Oh, praise Dub. He gave you more healing. Oh my goodness.
Praise Dub. Wubba Dub Dub.
Yeah, and you would add 3 on top of all of that for your night's rest with healing and herbalism. So you should be at, and then you had 1 from before, so you should be at 8, 10, and
Yeah.
6.
I already
Yes,
had
sir.
it.
May we play you a song? Mata?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, go
and we're
ahead.
gonna use our let's see, our instrument, whatever usage, and we're gonna tell them a cool story about how Dub is the best. All right, we're gonna play our lyre, and we're gonna clap some rocks, and we're gonna make a great song.
Oh yeah. I've got to be on the drums.
All right. I'll do some percussion.
You want to play your music and I'll tell the story?
I
Or you
think I'm
wanna
gonna do both. I want to do both.
So when he starts telling the story, no.
Leave it to the
I'll
bard.
do. I'll tell this out. I will use my acting proficiency to kind of like hand puppet act the story out.
That's good. I'm down with that.
Throw your
So you
checks.
tell me what you want, Neal.
Making some notes here. Okay. I would like a musical instrument check to improvise a song about dub because you've never prepared anything like this. You're winging it.
So can we do
Don't
storytelling?
even know.
Is that cool enough?
Well, we want musical instrument for the musical instrument, and then we want storytelling for the story that goes along with it.
Yeah. Slow your roll.
I don't
separate
have
checks.
musical instrument already in there.
Well,
I
let's.
think there's still
add
both
it.
plus charisma though. That's why I was saying
I think-
instrument.
and I think that's actually a dex-based ability. Let me see if there's any initial modifiers on. Dex -1. So go ahead and give me that musical instrument check and a storytelling check, sir.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Nah.
god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
This is a great song, and this is a great story to go with it. And
The
Sonny's
acting's
over
a little
there,
poor.
you know, doing the shadow puppets or the hand puppets.
The story
to the-
is so hard, so good, and the music is so great that it's actually hard to bring
Yeah,
it
keep
down to this
focused.
level. You know,
Yeah.
how can I tell such a complex story with just two of my hands?
Right?
That's why it falls flat.
Ugh. And I do believe that Bill was going to get in there with some percussion rocks.
Oh, on the percussion, yeah.
Oh yeah, percussion rocks.
You're not proficient in musical.
I have no
instruments.
idea what I'm doing.
Half
Raise it
agility
You
down.
is
just
it?
said we need to bang rocks together. I'm like, okay,
Do
yeah, I
half your-
can do
just
that.
do half your dex plus
Yeah.
D20.
D20
Half
plus
dex.
8 minus 1. D20 plus 7. You know
Nail
what?
it.
It sounds like crap, but Dub loves the rocks, right? Not
Dub
Mata
loves it too?
loves the rocks. Mata's into it because bamboo and rocks is apparently is Dub's thing. I don't know. And so everyone else notices that you're like offbeat and like you break a rock every now and then, and like you miss a couple of beats while you have to get a new rock, and Mata's jamming along.
He understands the struggle of the rocks. He knows they break.
Any good drummer is gonna break an instrument from time to time. It happens.
Oh yeah.
And
They have
Daniel,
multiple sticks for a reason.
you just chilling
Yeah.
and observing, Daniel?
I'm like reorientating myself, updating my map.
Right, because now you're actually above a little bit of the forest and canopy,
Yeah,
and you've got
exactly.
new mountains in sight. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I feel like I'm going to be a detriment if I try to do any charisma based.
Well, at the end of all of this, our party is at still not great HP. Yeah. And you've got, I mean, if on the map, you're somewhere over here. You know, you're against these mountains, and you've got a long way to Ayu. So, party, what's the plan? Are we gonna rest up here? Are we gonna go back to Bastion and rest up in like certain safety and comfort? Are we gonna brave the jungles as is?
I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna take this fucking person with us.
Take Mata
That's
with.
the only
Mata.
answer. And if I need to kidnap them, that's so fucking be it.
You're getting adopted whether you like it or not.
Look, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna summon a donkey for Mata. We're gonna go look, Mata. As long as you come with us, you can ride the donkey. It's got dub in its heart. Listen to the sound it makes as it walks. Hopefully that lives deep within inside of his soul. He'll ride the donkey every day. I will spend a level 1 spell slot every day to summon a donkey for Mata.
Okay.
We should stay here at least one more night and get another whole round of healing before we set out. If not, just stay here until we're full. Like honestly.
Yeah, so a total of 2.
Like let's spend a few
3
days
HP.
here. Let's spend a few days here, chill with the goblin, make sure their house is, ready to be packed up, be comfortable with them, and then we'll take them on their way.
Okay. One more day of healing. Everyone can gain 3 HP for total bed rest. I'll let you update your tokens yourselves. And then this HP goes to Hank. It's a 7. This goes to Sunny. It's a 9. And this goes to Daniel. It's an 8. Ooh,
I'm at 20.
Huge.
Yeah, you guys, you have more HP than me now.
Huge.
Okay.
7 plus my other 3.
You
you've
got
still got
10
3 a
this
day.
day.
You've still got 3 today, right, Connor?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I started off at 13. Well, started off at 12, got 1, 13, got 3, and then I got another.
Perfect.
So I'm up to
Alright.
19.
Okay. Well, here is Mata. I've already rolled their hit points.
14 AC, nice. They got a little shield.
With the shield, it's 14. And I guess Mata's an ally at this point, so I'm going to give them yellow HP.
I'll ask them,
What happened to your people?
Oh, jungle worm.
Jungle worm?
Is that
Jungle
a
worm.
Oh,
scaly worm or rubbery worm?
Oh, it has
small worm? Big worm.
Oh, long worm. Scales, green, spikes, flies off ground, big
Dragon.
teeth. Yeah.
Oh,
It slugs
okay.
go past and it cut as it go. And then it bite and it fly above ground. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the worm with the
Yeah.
Y. The Y worm.
What's why?
Why?
What's why?
As in, why the fuck are we here?
Ah, well, that's for everybody to know. I did nothing wrong, so I don't know why
I'm
you're
innocent.
here, but I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Quesadilla?
Well, Mata,
Quesadilla time?
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
you did do something wrong. You got
Quesadilla.
fucking got.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Yeah.
no problem. No problem.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
Is there
Uh,
is there a better way to travel on this land so we don't die to the monsters?
Oh, you travel slow.
Ah.
Oh.
You
So if we
travel
see a
real
group
slow,
of
real-
monsters, we just put them.
Well, I hide, and that's how I live.
Cave.
Cave, very good. Small entrance, small open. Yep, real good.
So if we see anything, we shouldn't attack it. We should just hide from it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
I
you're very
agree.
big, so yeah, you hide very well, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we go tomorrow morning then. Tonight we celebrate. We do a ceremony of us all going off together as a new party. You're one of us now, Mata. Welcome to the Drekisian army.
what Drekis? What army?
I'll spend the day explaining about Drekis and tell her about the fine McGarry brothers and the one and only Imric McGarry, the dragon slayer. Some said that he was the one who actually slain every dragon. He's the greatest wizard of all time, and he worships Dub, and he's Dub's most loyal follower.
Oh yeah,
And
we have
I'll-
lots of greatest wizards of all time. Yeah, we have lots.
No. But here's my storytelling proficiency, so she knows that he's actually the greatest wizard of all time.
Roll a one.
Ooh, okay.
25.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. thank you.
Oh, well, we have dragon. People here kill dragon too. We get lots of green
Oh.
dragon.
That was actually, that was Imric
Lots?
McGarry. He came over and killed it.
Really?
Lots?
He used sword?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he used spear? You have
that
many
was his
people?
brother.
Oh.
It was his 3 brothers, Imric,
3 brothers.
Tyrael, and Anton.
Oh.
But Imric is the most. He's the best.
That's a weird name.
Yes, very weird.
Yes, it is.
Don't
What
worry,
your
Mata.
names?
We'll teach
Mata
you
says
all
for the
things.
first time in 3 days.
My name's Sunny.
I'm damn.
Sunny like
You
sun,
can call me Woodsy Bill.
dam like water,
Yep, sure.
Hank.
Woodsy Hank. Hank could what? Bada looks back to Woodsy Bill. Woody Bill?
Yeah, Woodsy Bill.
Long name.
Or just Bill.
Bill. Oh,
just Bill.
okay. Bill. Okay. Dam, Bill, Sun, and Hank.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
You're so smart.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
We have a party. We do more quesadilla.
bring it on.
Yep.
I hope you're
HP?
knocking off cheese off your character sheet. Everyone gained 3 HP for another day of full bed rest as
How
Mata
much
prepares
HP?
herb poultices.
How much HP for the custody?
0 HP for the quesadillas. This is not Skyrim. No amount of cheese will heal you.
Aw.
I mean, unless you're... Nope.
Yeah, we're knocking some off here. Don't worry.
The quesadillas heal the
I don't know how
soul.
many pounds of cheese I need to burn every day, but I feel like I'm doing it appropriately.
Okay. I trust you. I trust that you know how to make a quesadilla and you understand how much cheese goes into one. Because there's a right amount, and there's too little, and there's
There's
too
wrong.
much. You know?
I actually
I
don't
agree.
put much cheese in my quesadillas.
You don't put
Well-
the entire fucking block in the quesadilla?
Absolutely not.
You need the appropriate tortilla to bread ratio. And that, or to tortilla
We're
to
going
cheese
full
ratio.
Timmy Turner here, not shitting for a whole fucking year. Let's go. I love that much cheese.
Ooh.
Does she give out HP
The next
in
morning?
the form of magic?
Yeah. Did everyone gain 3 from their day of bed rest?
I've
Yep.
added
Yes.
mine.
And then the last set of healings are gonna. She looks across. Well,
Me-
clearly Hank needs some because Hank's at the lowest
Yeah.
percentage. Hank can get 4. Then
Me, fighter, you should probably give me
Yeah.
at least one more, if not both.
Sunny gets
I
this.
actually agree with that.
Thank you.
And then I think the next one up is actually Bill. Bill will get 2.
Oh.
Yep. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. It's okay.
I give the goblin a kiss on their head.
You're
It-
magical. You're wonderful.
well, her head and now your lips smell like wet dog fart because goblins are
It's okay.
gross.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I'll give you a con check to hold it in. Easy.
Nice.
Love
Nice.
that goblin.
Thank you, Mother.
Of course. Our party
You
sets
come
back
with
out
us.
to the jungle. Oh, more quesadilla. I come. No one go Ayu, cause water die. But okay, sure.
Yeah,
You
we'll
see?
see. We can go around it.
Yeah.
We
Right.
make it happen. Don't you worry.
The
If you
weeds-
can't get to
Summon him
Ayu,
a
we'll just
donkey,
keep
so he
going.
doesn't even have to walk. He just
Mm.
hangs out on the donkey and listens to Dub's glorious clop clop the whole way.
You've got 6 months to do all of this. It's taken a week to go 20 miles.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
life.
Not even 20 miles.
18,
So,
but
someone roll me a D100. Daniel, you've been unconscious longest. Please roll me a D100 and roll high if you want to avoid conflict. Excellent.
Okay.
All good. Hank,
Mhm.
D100.
Just roll well.
Just
Yeah.
roll
Yeah,
Just-
but you
well.
know
Just roll
sometimes
well. Well,
Easy.
thank you.
Wait, I don't think
a
that
D.
they are.
Aw.
But-
I forgot the D.
All right, good. So that's fine. Sunny. Excellent.
Good.
Bill.
Fight incoming. Oh no!
Ooh.
Going great. Now, I should have mentioned before we started doing these things. How would you like to travel? Because you can travel quickly, but it will increase encounter
Nope.
frequency. Well, not encounter frequency, but more likely that enemies spot you first. Or you can travel slowly, and you will have a bonus to spotting other creatures. Or you can travel at normal rates, and then it's kind of a crapshoot to see who sees who first. So
we want to go
what
fast.
party's going fast? Fewer checks
Okay.
if you go quickly, but you're in a worse
Wait,
situation
hold
for the
on.
encounters.
Let's have a party vote here. How are we feeling, McTacky?
Mapping wise, either way works. As long as I,
Okay.
after the 8 hours of travel, I get some chance to reorientate and update the map.
All right, neutral, Connor.
Let's go slow. I'm not trying to drag you guys back again. That was pretty rough.
All right, Mooten.
I think the faster that we go, the better it is. Because we're probably going to get an encounter anyways along the way. So this will just equal less of them. It might be a little bit worse, but it's probably better.
I was going medium, at least put it 50-50. All right, McTacky, it's your choice. Slow, medium, or fast?
Let's do fast to IU anyway. See how it goes.
Fast to IU, I think is
Alright.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going. All right, I'm gonna need. I do think it's Daniel's turn again. Roll me a D100.
No, it's Marta's turn.
No, it's Daniel's turn.
No, it's Marta's turn.
Okay.
Roll it on the screen there.
Of course. Yeah. Perfect.
You should have just rolled.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I love McTacky, but he's cursed by the roll 20 at some point in his life. I don't know. What
No,
he
look
did
at
to
that.
somebody.
Last time you rolled 6-4.
Okay, what happened
Yeah.
here? We rolled. Hold on. We rolled 4 encounter checks. How much HP are we getting back during those days?
One.
Probably one.
None from the actually 1 for each of those days, so you should gain 4 from walking. And then
Healing?
Mata will hand out HP at the end of each day because you might need spells in the beginning part. So we're gonna do. Did everyone add 4?
I just
Alright,
did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're gonna start with Bill. Oh wow, Daniel.
Sunny?
Hank. Oh, I think you're gonna be at full. Yeah, you're all at full before the
Probably.
this
full?
encounter hits. Yeah, definitely. There's no way that you're gonna roll so poorly the rest of the
Okay.
time. Excellent. And you know whose
Let's see
turn
what
it
I
is
would've
to
rolled.
roll on the encounter table to actually see what the encounter is? It's Daniel's turn.
So that's what I would have rolled a 6, guys. So I would have got a worse roll.
Yeah, it would have been worse. Yeah.
All right,
What-
Daniel,
what's the roll?
D100 to determine what
got
the
a 6.
encounter is. 6.
39. No, that 100 was
Oh.
before you announced. I was just seeing what
You
I
did.
would have got if I rolled a Marta.
Yeah, we would have found that worm.
These
the
could be
Y or
good
the
encounters
O?
too. Don't forget, lads.
Yeah.
It's an encounter.
Oh,
too.
you
Yeah.
haven't played in this
Man.
place before, have you?
No, this place is
No.
shithole.
No.
Emmerich should
No.
unironically fly over, throw a few fucking fireballs down, and let this place burn to the ground.
It's too wet to burn. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's a rainforest.
Shit.
A few.
Get some Willy Pete going.
No.
He should start in one corner with cloud kills and just work his way down. That's what
Yeah,
he
Bring
you go.
Scoria back.
He's got a gold dragon that's just as good.
Actually true. Wait, hold on.
And I don't think Shine be against this purging this
I
land,
forgot about
considering-
Shine. Could handle this.
Shit. That's messed up. Hold on.
Oh, Shine can breathe
Go.
chlorine.
Yeah, let's just go fucking full World War I on this.
That's
Well,
messed
you're
up.
lucky with this encounter roll, actually, because you cannot be surprised by this encounter because you can hear it coming.
We hide.
Yeah.
You hear the sound, the most annoying sound in the whole wide world.
Gnomes.
Gnome?
No, it's worse than that. It's mosquitoes.
Oh.
But it keeps getting louder to the
Sturges.
point that it's nearly deafening when you see a
Is there, like, water
4-foot
nearby?
long mosquito appearing over the horizon, well, coming through the trees. I mean, there's water everywhere. It's a rainforest, right? There's water everywhere. And the swarm of man-sized mosquitoes is 14 in size.
Yeah, I hide.
Yeah. I also hide.
If there's like a puddle nearby, I jump in the water.
There.
I say, Mata, you come with me. I slap the donkey on the ass to have it keep running, hopefully away from us, and I hide.
Just see where exactly we are, because I think
Fuck,
we
you should have sent the donkey towards them.
No, we need the
Um,
heels.
Away from us, wherever it is. It's not near us. That's all I
true,
want.
You had asked
We
if there's
want-
water, and there is indeed. There's actually a river in front of you, and it's
Okay,
near
well,
the river.
that's the thing Mata said not to get in, I think.
There's a river.
No,
and,
it's said dead water.
What does the river look like as I go to hide?
Piranha,
It's like
24 on my perception check.
electric
I need to
eel.
hold my
like
breath.
a couple 100 feet across, so it's kind of big. And there's all sorts of like reeds and duckweed and all sorts of plants growing in it. And in this part, because you are near the coast, it's moving a little bit slowly. But it does come down out
I
of
get
the
in the water.
mountains where it moves. You get in the
I
water.
rolled a wisdom check. I would get in the water.
The rest of you?
So Neal, what's going to be better here, a hide in shadows or just the hide check that they rolled?
Hide in shadows is going to be the most superior. If you get that, you're good.
No, that's
dude.
what I did. I did a hide in shadows as well. So pretty.
Yeah, and you have your hide
Okay.
check, which you nailed, McTacky.
Yeah.
And Bill, what's your hide in shadows check
Yeah,
in a
so
natural
I'm-
environment?
I don't know. I just rolled that.
Didn't
Is that
Let's
what I
just
wanted to
solid.
do?
You can still make
No.
a regular, just like I'm gonna hide in a bush, but it's not as good as a
Sure.
hide in shadows check. It will be opposed by the enemy, so please make your
D20 plus what?
Dex.
Dex?
No, that'll actually just be a perception check for the enemy to spot you then. 'Cause you're just hiding best as you can. And Hank, you said you're also just hiding as best as you can? No, you grabbed the
I
donkey.
No, I grabbed our goblin companion to protect him. I slapped the donkey on the ass to make the ass go away from me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look at him and go, Mata, can you help me? Like, can we hide better? And I'm gonna see what he says, because he's from here. So I'm gonna use my local guide to tell me how to hide.
Yeah, Mata will hit the deck and start rubbing dirt and mud all over himself.
Yeah, I'm after it. I'm all about it. I'm there
However,
for it.
the mule that you summon, this is a real mule, right? The mount spell that you cast?
Yeah, you summon like a
It's
real ass.
real until if it gets killed, it disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it dies, I think.
The
No,
mosquitoes,
just straight, just poofs.
the mosquitoes will
Oh.
swarm the mule and proceed to drink the mule to death. And then it disappears in a puff of smoke, and the mosquitoes will buzz on, leaving the party
Hey.
safe and sound. But now we get to the river. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Sonny, you jumped in the river.
I
Probably
didn't
fine.
jump in. I didn't soy dive in, but I ran into the river and probably like laid down on the bank.
Yeah,
in
it's
the water.
Probably fine. Roll me D100. It's probably,
Probably
fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's probably fine.
It's fine.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna
we win.
end-
We won that encounter.
Our session here for the day. You've made a friend. You're most of the way to Ayu. You're at that river right next to Ayu.
Hmm.
Bravo's dangerous. You know, those
Yeah.
Ravagers were not anywhere near the most dangerous thing on the encounter table. And the giant mosquitoes were pretty low on the power level of the encounter table. And they drank an ass to death in moments. So let's go around and hear a little bit about what we think of Bravo so far. And we'll just start with Bill. What do we think of Bravo, Bill?
You know, I started off having a good time, hanging out with the halflings for 6 months. I was a little disconcerted when I went into the woods and found, carnivorous plants, but I'd at least heard a story once from a crazy traveler back home. Didn't believe it, and now that I see these, like, oh no. And then everybody else died.
Mm-hmm.
A goblin can cast spells.
Mm-hmm.
The mosquitoes are the size of a fucking donkey,
Mm-hmm.
and there's many of them. And we're just blindly sprinting through the woods
Mm-hmm.
where all of this stuff exists.
Uh-huh.
Like, I better be able to get away with fucking murder when I get back.
Well, your son will.
Yeah. Yeah, but, not feeling too good about this.
I bet.
I don't think the sprint through the woods is a winning strategy, but the first roadblock has at least not killed us instantly. It just killed us mostly instantly.
Well, Sonny,
Promptly.
what about you? How do you feel about Bravo so
Oh.
far?
Feeling good about this place. I am the greatest warrior ever to come here, obviously. It's kind of just on my teammates to pony up and do their half of it. Yeah, I think Sunny currently feels like she was given a raw deal, Her kids are happy, but Imric wouldn't do that. Sunny feels like the nation did not give her the best. She was the only daughter of the greatest fighter of all of Arcadia. And these are the group of clowns that she's with. The only one who seems half decent right now is Bill, the woody guy, who smells a little funny. And she really likes the new goblin. The goblin saved her life, and she is very grateful for them.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Hank? How you feeling about Bravo?
So, Hank is very concerned. Very concerned. He talked with the kingdom about, this place might be kind of sketchy. We should maybe, I know y'all got a bunch of magical items from all these dragons y'all supposedly been slaying and stuff, and yet here we are, with going through the middle of pretty much jungle hell. Not a good time. Not a good time. Hank isn't a bad fighter. He's done his scraps in his days. He's not real worthless, but this is a new kind of place. It's not going well. Hank's new job is to protect a goblin, basically, for the rest of his 6 months here. And when he gets back, I don't know what he's going to do with him. He's probably going to be hanging out with him. So Hank's got to change his whole show when he gets back. Be like, hey, look, this is my new buddy. He's coming with me forever, and that's going to kind of mess up his act a little. But it's okay.
Mhm.
We're going to make it through.
Mm-hmm.
But, thankfully we've got at least one fighter who can smack some things, And Hank's going to sit in the back from now on. He was trying to be, we can do this. We've got a good job, and to the back. To the back is where Hank's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. And last but not least, Daniel, how are we feeling about Bravo? Is it everything that you had hoped it would be? Does it resemble your board game at all?
No, because it's all jungle. Well, I had it back in the pre-era for the breaking. But my character way is this worse than being in the dungeon? Is this worse than life in the dungeon? A life sentence in the dungeon? And he's weighing that.
Because at least that's a lifetime in the dungeon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But at least I'm with people here. I was in isolation because I saw by a document.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, there's those annoying escort quests in video games.
Mm-hmm.
These people are just trying to escort me around the island to do survey work. I'm useless in combat. I've got no social skills.
Oh.
The best I can do is break into places. And that's not going to happen in primitive land here.
Yeah.
That's
This
what
is
he
a tough
thinks.
situation for you then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I've just got to
Well.
rely on these people to keep me alive to get the job done.
Well, we will be back next week with the second episode of Rise of Drekis, Chapter 3. And haven't noticed, the theme of this campaign is not, the Empire good or bad, or how does the party reflect on the Empire. The theme of this campaign is a lot closer to survival horror, because we've only seen the most gentle creatures of the jungle so far. It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
Hold on. I would like XP. Didn't we stay
Yeah,
like fucking 3 or 4
yeah.
days?
Oh, you're not gonna get enough XP to level. We're gonna stick at this level through
Fine.
the whole thing. We're not even gonna bother with it.
Oh my god, how are we gonna fucking do anything?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up here for a second. These things are gonna murder us
telling
every
me I'm not
episode.
getting level
You're
6.
telling me in like 10 episodes down the
telling me
line
I'm
we're not
not
gonna
getting
get
You're
one
telling me
more
we're
level?
not getting 12k XP throughout this whole thing.
When you
How much
finish
was
the
that worth?
campaign, I'm sure you'll level, but we're
Oh.
just gonna roll with it through here.
Well then, Neal, my own curiosity has to know. I do expect you to keep a tally on how much XP we would have earned and tell us how
Sure.
much we earned at the end.
True.
I
Or god damn it, I'll
love
drive
Nelson.
down to Colorado and hit you myself.
I'd love to see you again, Connor. It's been like
Yeah.
almost a year. It's been 2 years? It's been almost 2 years.
Year and a half.
Year and a half, yeah. So I won't tell you, and I'll make you drive down, and then, you can beat the shit out of me, and then we'll go get drinks at Dark Horse. It'll be nice.
Alright, well, that's that.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, it'd be a
Catch you-
detour, but I
Make
could
it through
probably-
Texas.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Well, I mean, the idea is drive north side of the country this time. Last time I did south side.
Ooh. If it's outside, you can pick me up on the way. It'll be a good time.
Well, I mean, I took a left
I'll
onto
drive some
I-40.
north.
Yeah, I took a left onto I-40 and went from LA all the way to Alabama, and then took the back roads to South Carolina. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're out. We will catch you. And actually, next week, right before this, we'll have Rise of Drekis Chapter 2 premiering. And so it'll be Chapter 2, and then an hour break while I walk the dog, and then Chapter 3 on Fridays. From here
Who's
until
in the
New
cast
Year.
of that?
The cast
Glad to
of
know
that-
Chapter 2 happens after Chapter 3.
The cast of Chapter 2 is going to be Fayama, reprising the role of Elaine Pentolin from Chapter 1. We're also going to have Trump SC as the good-natured wizard of the party. And we're going to have Peach as the halfling rogue of the party.
My wife.
The wife, yes, who is a splendid halfling of upstanding character and spirit, I think.
Oh, good.
Naturally.
Those are good people.
They're great people. Anyway, catch you